hear myself through my headphones. Yes, man. Like, I feel real good about this right now.
Pay attention, because you are now listening to Permission to Speak Freely.
Hey, man, what's going on out there, man? Hey, it's Thanksgiving, bro. It's the holidays are here, man. I sent out this great message to my team, man. I felt pretty good about it, man, when I sent it out. Tell them how much I, love being here and love them and all this craziness, man. So, but yeah, man, it's the holidays, man. How everybody doing?
When you say your team, you talk about us, like
Command.
PTSF?
No, the command, bro.
I say,
The command, bro.
From you, dog.
Boy, he 5 seconds in, world. He 5 seconds in. I just want you guys to know.
For the listeners, man, for the viewers, the camera, the time of day we recording in, the camera, my lighting gonna change a million times. It's gonna be dark. It's gonna be light. I don't know. That's just the time of day we in, and I need to cover up my windows or something so we could do this better. That's for the viewers. For the listeners, it's the day after Thanksgiving, y'all, and it's 3 in the what is it called, the afternoon?
Yeah, afternoon, man. Afternoon.
We don't want to be here, y'all. And even if we did want to be here, ain't nothing else but desire that got us. Our bodies don't want to be here.
Yeah, I'm getting over a cold my damn self. So.
Yeah, man.
Some of us got full bellies.
I'm talking about full bellies, bro. 2.3 pound full belly, bro, from the last time I weighed in, bro.
Some of us that made an exception to the alcohol rule, took the plug off the jug a little bit more. I'm just like, y'all know, man, we here though. We here for y'all because we love y'all. That's really the only thing got us here this episode. It's 3 in the afternoon Eastern time, and it's 12 Pacific. The Eagles are currently playing football, I think.
Yeah.
Ole Miss is
currently playing.
Yeah, they
whooping some ass right now, man.
And the Giants still suck. All right.
Yeah. So that's where we are right now, but we here for y'all. So enjoy this episode. I could tell this. Look, I would tell you straight. Damon got like a t-shirt he just put on. You know what I mean? Just felt at you. I just put my shirt on about 10 minutes ago, man. Y'all just grabbed the first thing you ain't have to iron, y'all. We are here.
We are here, brother. Most definitely.
Shout out to everybody on duty or deployed right now. I dropped a message for them yesterday too, man. Like, y'all are heart, so, y'all are heart, so we appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
You said, what did we do? I'll defer to Aaron since I've been talking for the last minute and a half.
Well, we ate. But for me, I went to Baltimore. I got my college kids, brought them back up home. And then we had, as a family, we had Thanksgiving dinner over at their mom's. It was good. We had a good spread. Had some interesting choices for some of the selections.
Yeah, we're going to get into that in a minute.
Yeah, so that's what we did. I got the college kids, feeding them. And
It was just me, my wife, and the baby. Me, Angelina, and Amari. We ate. We're going to get into food in a minute, though. But we ate. That was it, man. Last Thanksgiving, she cooked by herself, and the food wasn't ready till 10:30.
10:30?
10:30 at night, 10:30, man. I'm telling you, man. Angeline, she don't play no games when it comes to like not having no, care for time. You know what I mean? The food wasn't ready till 10:30, bro. It's like you got to be thankful still. Like,
so you had Thanksgiving mid-rats, man?
Right. Right. You still got to be thankful though. You can't you know what I mean? Like when it's your wife, you can't then be upset. Like, yeah, it's 10:30. Like you could have done more.
I wasn't going to tell my ex-wife nothing crazy. She said 3 and we started at 6. So I was like, all right, that's not bad, man. So.
Yeah. So this year the food was done by like 4:45. I ate at like 5:20 because she wanted to take time to take pictures and do all that stuff. She ate at about 7:40 because after she took pictures, she had to go change and she did Amari hair and wanted more pictures. While all that was happening, y'all, I was eating. You know what I mean?
Had to get it in, Dumbo. Hey.
Look, I wasn't doing all that. And I proposed it. I said, do we want to eat together? It's Thanksgiving. We want to sit at the table together. And all I really wanted to do was watch Stranger Things. We're going to get into that.
Yeah.
But she was like, well, go. I know you hungry. It's Thanksgiving. So I went to the gym in the morning. Like, I'm hungry now. She said, I know you hungry. So do your thing. I'm like, if you say so, so I got
you ain't got to say it twice, Dumbo.
Nah, bro. And I only had one plate, I ain't
same,
two plates.
one plate. I can't put them down like that no more.
I ain't gonna say I can't, man. I look. Hey.
There's one.
I was about to say it's slang. I was about to say we gonna sling it all day, but that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Say again. This is say again day for the listeners. What's up, David?
Yeah, man. Hey, you said you couldn't put another plate down. I ain't gonna say I couldn't put another one. I just knew better.
Yeah.
I just knew better, man, this time, man. But yeah, man, same as you guys, man. We cooked in the kitchen, man, did our thing. And I love cooking with Ella, man. And when she in the kitchen, we both cook different things, man. She has these things she cook, which she kick ass in, and I have the things I do that I think I'm pretty good at, right? So that's kind of what we do, and we both at the same time. But I also want to get you guys' thoughts on this, man. Like, everybody talks about in they get things ready the day before. That's not me, man. I'm up in the morning, all my stuff fresh, man. Everything. The only thing I may prep is have something seasoned up and have it chilling in the refrigerator until I get up the next day. But I never start cooking things, the night before. How about you guys?
Well, if you take what I just said about how Angelina,
cooking nothing.
Last Thanksgiving I did. Like, so the last.
What about this one though?
Yeah, we cooked together. That's why the food was ready. So that was the thing I didn't say. That was the thing I didn't say. Yeah, we cooked together. Like I was in the kitchen the whole time, and I did the dishes throughout the thing. So by the time the food was done, it wasn't no dishes. So yeah, we got a little daughter now, and she old enough. So like, I'm not gonna let Angeline just do all that stuff while I'm watching the football games. You know what I mean? Like, so no, I like we did it together, but we don't prep. Like,
man, like
same day. Yeah. We don't make turkey anyway. So but we're gonna get into that in a second though. I don't want to get into that. Yeah. Same day.
No, well, I'm like you, like the heavy prep the day before, season, set things up, get up early, then get to it. Yeah, so you ain't like putting a bird in or cooking anything the evening before. It's gotta be fresh.
Yeah.
But one more thing about the cooking thing, man. Like I said, me and Ella be in the kitchen most of the time, man. Also, I want to throw out there, I think I have to be in the kitchen with Ella.
Mm-hmm.
Ella being there.
She'll kick you out?
No, man. Ella being there chopping up vegetables, man, and scaring the shit out of me, man. You know what I mean? So look, she just be slicing, bro. Like boom, 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 boom. I'm like, man, Ella gonna mess around and take one of them fingers off, man. Yeah. So I had to go up in there, man, and I said, I got the vegetables. Let me chop this up. Let me cut this up.
Hey, I lost feeling in this finger right here because I cut some onions earlier this year, sliced it crazy, and I don't have full feelings up here, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, man.
That's how bad I cut myself.
I be in there watching, man. Ella she be using that knife, man, with no regards to them fingers, man. So I had to be in there, man.
That's them over 40 problems. I would say 45, but I don't know how old you is. But that was, Kevin Hart was talking about it on the comedy show, on his new comedy show. Like, you get hurt nowadays, there ain't no coming back. You know what I mean?
I'm 43, man. So I'm almost there.
You're on the cusp, yeah. All right, so top 10 foods, right? Thanksgiving top 10 foods.
Top 10 foods.
Yeah, and this is I was doing this with Angeline. She didn't get like pre-disclosure at the top 10. I don't know if y'all did or not. If you didn't, if you didn't get pre-disclosure, I don't. Like, we could do this together right now. Did y'all already look at this article or no?
Oh, I did.
I did.
Well, never mind. All right, never mind. Everybody want to be prepared. Everybody. Everybody want to be
crazy.
prepared.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean? Like, but me and Angeline did this, and I told her to guess. So we had some fun with this. So since y'all already did it, I knew I should have left the link away from y'all.
Why you trying to set us up, man?
No, it ain't a setup. It's just more fun if you could guess what the top 10 are, but y'all can't because y'all already did it. So Angeline had mac and cheese up high. She thought it would be high. And then I had to tell her, this was countryliving.com. And then she was like, oh, okay, all right, I get it. Mac and cheese might not be as high on countryliving.com, right?
Shit.
So the top 10 Thanksgiving dishes, and then the question would be, well, we could go down the line. Well, let's go from number 10 and see if y'all had it in y'all's house. Pumpkin pie, did y'all have it?
Nope.
Did y'all have any pie?
Yes.
Which one?
Yeah.
Number one is potato pie. All right, sweet potato, and then I had a peach too, though. But yeah,
we had a pecan pie, and then normally we have a sweet potato pie, but this year we didn't. We had pecan pie. And it's like little small joints that we make. Well, she made it. I didn't make them. Okay. She made them, so it's pecan pie.
We had sweet potato pie. We ain't make them. Old Patty LaBelle, the good life.
Hey.
I got one in the fridge at work. I forgot to bring it. Damn it.
Number 9, which, of course was a surprise and shock to Angeline and I, was mac and cheese. Mac and cheese, damn near number 1 nowadays. I think me and Damon had this conversation before. Mac and cheese down there number 1 in the Black family.
Yeah.
I think it's more talk about the preparation and don't jack it up rather than how good it is.
It ain't about how good. It's just, is it there? Is it at the dinner? Did y'all have mac and cheese?
Yeah, 100%.
How'd y'all make it?
I didn't make it.
Was it baked? Was it in a crock pot? How'd y'all do it?
We black, bro.
What you mean we black?
We had it black people style.
It's baked,
We
bro.
did too, but you can still put it in the crock pot and have it thick.
Nah.
Say again?
We baked it, man. But you gonna have me repeat the shit you said, man.
We baked it, bro.
We baked it, man. I ain't gonna say put it in the crock pot and make it thick. I ain't gonna say that. That's crazy work right there. But we baked it, man.
What'd you do, Aaron?
It was in the crock pot.
Okay, I never had that.
I never had that either. No,
the consistency is still the same. If you have the same ingredient, the eggs, everything, the same ingredients, the same thing. The roux, all the same joint. So it was good.
Okay.
Never had. Okay. Cool. All right. Well,
tell you what, how about I can make it and bring it to you, Damo, since you local.
Yeah, bring that to Damo, man. Yeah, bring that.
Crock potters, they bring the whole crock pot, bro. Yeah, but
nah. You can get some Tupperware. Hey, here you go.
Come to the crib with the crock pot, like, yo, you got an outlet?
Hey,
where's the mac and cheese at, bro? I need to give me the outlet. I gotta do my last step.
I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna bring it up. Simple play.
Hey, Dumbo, Aaron. Hey, man, I'm gonna be real with you, man. Like, you have a potluck or something, man, and all the food sitting out there, man. I open that crock pot up and see mac and cheese. I probably ain't gonna taste it, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You sound crazy, man. If you look at it, you're gonna be.
What's up, man?
All right. Have you ever had Mission Barbecue mac and cheese?
Yeah, no.
Okay, it doesn't suck.
No, I would never eat Mission Barbecue.
You sound crazy. You lying, man.
At a family event, I'm never eating Mission Barbecue.
No, I'm just saying, have you ever had Mission Barbecue mac and cheese?
Yes.
And it doesn't suck.
I would never eat Mission Barbecue at a family event.
I'm saying you ever had it, though.
Yes.
All right. So that's what I'm saying. It's good. It's good.
It's a lot of shit that you can say is good, but it ain't good in your mama's kitchen, bro. That's the point I'm making.
I agree, but this joint, it was crock pot. It was good. Mac and
cheese is good. It ain't good in mama's kitchen. Oh, what I wanted to say was, whoever bring the shit in the crock pot to the potluck, the shit don't be good. Whoever shit is in the crock pot at the potluck.
You acting like baby shop meatballs or something, man.
You know,
Aaron,
You know what I'm saying?
hey,
yo,
Hey,
bro,
what's the next on the list, man? You ain't about to pinch me, man. What's next on the list, yo?
Hey, Aaron, bring
You know
everything in the
it.
crock pot.
Nope.
You know when somebody
Nope.
bring the crock pot to the fucking pot, like, I'm gonna get there like 45 minutes early.
Yeah.
Heat that shit up.
Looking for plugs and shit.
Where the outlet at? Ain't no outlet the best, dog. Hey,
What's next, man? Yeah.
Number 8 is green beans. Did y'all have them?
Oh, I'm about to catch up for this one.
Green
Nah,
beans.
you go ahead first.
Green beans ain't gonna never be in my arsenal when it comes to Thanksgiving dinner. It's never be in my kitchen anyway.
All right, here it come. Manda-made green bean casserole.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I ain't said it. I just said it would never be in my thing, man. Power to you, brother.
It was good.
Power to you, brother. You know,
we are free. You can eat whatever you want, man.
Yeah,
it is not just sectioned off, man. It's not.
I agree.
Was it collard greens with the turkey butt or whatever? I don't know. I think
He said turkey butt? What?
Yeah, turkey butt. I think it's turkey butt. I think that's what it is, right?
No, it's not. Put some neck bones, some hog in there. Not no turkey butt. What?
Yeah,
that's what it was.
I did greens. I did my greens, man. I do mine with bacon though, man. Bacon.
Oh.
You know, I do it with bacon, man. Fry that. Well, kind of like that's how I started off anyway, with that grease and bacon. Fry that up in there and started off with that grease. Then I start everything else up, man.
So, yes, green beans via green bean casserole. Yes.
I don't know what the meat is, but I think my mom.
Say again?
My mom used to put turkey tails, I think. But I don't
turkey
know what
tails.
my wife,
I've heard turkey tails before.
Yeah. I don't know what my wife put in it, but it's the same consistency. But yeah, she did that. She did the not green beans. What we said? Collard greens, right? Collard greens.
Collard greens. Yeah.
All right, cranberry sauce.
Nope.
Yeah.
It's number 7.
Yeah, man.
That's essential.
Nah. That's essential. You gotta have it. Gotta have it.
Right?
Gotta have it.
Straight out the can, right?
Gotta have it.
Why?
Straight out the can.
Why?
It's good. It's essential.
It's good.
No one likes it that much, man.
What? That's why it's number 7, bro.
No,
it's number 7,
man.
Bro. And it, like, I don't know what on the picture they got on. Hey, for the listeners, go to the country living link. I don't know what they fucking put on this cranberry. I don't know.
I don't know what that is either, man.
But
so what you guys see? You guys see the can lines when you drop it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to. That's going to mess up your green bean casserole, bro. You don't want the cranberry sauce on your plate, bro.
Oh, here we go.
That's good. That's good. Because I like when it can mix a little bit with the mac and cheese, a little bit with the sweet corn. I was surprised about corn. I
was surprised about that one. That's probably one of my biggest surprises right there.
All right. Well, here's a curveball. We had a cornbread corn casserole.
Yeah.
We take some liberties, man. You've been stationed at a couple of PCS locations. Friends come over.
Yeah, man.
Yours seem a little traditional. You know, for you to be like centric, like dashiki-esque. Yours seem a little. What's the dude name that fell in love with Pocahontas?
John Smith.
You look like you damn near had a cornucopia out there, man. You got a traditional Thanksgiving, dog.
Over the years, right, we had people come over, right, whether other military families, adopt a sailor and they bring a dish.
Mm-hmm.
Catch would bring something. We'd be like, yo, that was good. You made this? Like, yeah, like that's a recipe. And you just implement it from there. So you got the core staples, but you still take some liberties after,
Well, I mean, these are you naming all the staples. We didn't have corn. But you name it all. You damn near got the top 10.
Yeah, man. This is right up your alley.
Yeah. Dinner rolls.
Nah, we have biscuits over dinner rolls.
Had dinner rolls. Had dinner rolls.
All right. So this for David only there. You ain't in this conversation.
I had dinner rolls.
What kind of dinner rolls?
We had the Hawaiian dinner rolls.
King's Hawaiian.
Yeah.
Did you put them in the oven? Or you ate them out the pack?
They was in the oven, man.
About to say, man, people don't be eating them up, man.
We ain't even we had them, but we ain't use them this year. Because I didn't make normally what I make them for. What I use them for. Sweet potatoes is number 4.
Yes.
Right, we had them.
No marshmallows on top neither, man.
Add the marshmallows on top.
I had the marshmallows on top.
Damn, Aaron, what you be doing, man?
Yeah, man.
Damn, Aaron. Shit.
All right,
I
so-
didn't make it.
Yeah. So number 3, right? I'ma assume Aaron had this. I can't remember having this I don't have this on my Thanksgiving, but I know a lot of people do. And number 3 is mashed potatoes. You ain't
Wasn't
have
on
it,
my
Aaron?
list.
No, we didn't.
Oh shit. Okay. All right.
And
I
have
made cook up rice, so yeah.
never be on my list, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Mashed potatoes
Never?
probably not. Yeah, not on my list. Now, if I can go to other people's houses or something, I'm sure some people make mashed potatoes, but it'll never be on my list. I think.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't give mashed potatoes the crock pot treatment, man?
Nah, bro.
I ain't getting a whole lot of things crock pot treatment, bro. I ain't giving a whole lot of
It's
things.
funny. I like mashed potatoes too. I just don't see a reason to ever make them. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like to have to make them. So number 2 is stuffing. Number 2 is stuffing. Y'all had stuffing?
Yeah. Yep.
I had dressing. That stuffing picture looked like it's straight out the box, man. I don't know what that is, man. Mine got to be cornbread. It got to be cornbread made, man.
Yeah,
like
she
I don't
made
know. I don't
she's
know what this is.
cornbread with sausage. Cornbread, sausage, dressing or stuffing.
That don't look like cornbread made, man. You know what I mean? I don't
So
know.
again?
One on the picture.
That one on the
Oh,
picture.
that? Nah, I don't know what.
Rough.
Like stovetop or something.
Yeah.
We had stuffing, and then Angeline was missing something, so she ain't used the recipe. So then she used some other stuffing she had, and that was the stupid stuffing. So we threw that out. And then the last thing on here is the turkey. That's number 1 is the turkey, the traditional Thanksgiving turkey. Who had it? Who didn't have it?
Whew.
Aaron, go first, because
No, we had chicken, no turkey. It was like the 2 hens, and we had the vegetables, oven roast, and all that. Because the turkey, that's a lot. But we had it last year, but this year, straight, baked chicken. The Cornish hens, a couple of them.
So
Damon,
let me
did you have turkey?
And let me tell you what I did this year, man. So normally I'm with you though, Aaron. I'm not a turkey person. I ain't gonna lie to you. I always normally cook the hen, either fry it, bake it, or whatever the case may be. But this year I did do turkey, but I did it different, right? I actually fried and made turkey nuggets, right? So what I did was I bought the turkey breasts or turkey tenderloins, and I cut them up in squares. Then did my whole cook like I normally cook a fried chicken or whatever, and with the flour and all that stuff, and put it in there and deep fried them.
Yeah,
bro, I'm gonna do that probably every year. It was that good, man. It was that good, man. Probably every year. No lie.
That shit sound good. And the listeners, if y'all know, I've said it a million times. Aaron probably heard it. Damon could throw down in the kitchen. Ella can too. So we wanted to go. I think it was just a football game me and Angeline went to, and that food was good. I think it was a Super Bowl, and that food was banging. We didn't have a turkey either. We not turkey type people, so we ain't have a turkey. We had chicken.
Do y'all agree that turkey's overrated?
That's why I had mac and cheese running ahead of the race, and you made that face. But I'm like, everybody had mac and cheese, That's why I think mac and cheese is the number 1 now,
I mean, mac and cheese replay value is not the same as other food, though.
What?
Not like certain food tastes better the next day.
That's because you making that crock pot mac and cheese.
Fam, this is 1 year, son. Like, we normally bake it. We just made in a crock pot just one time.
Is your mac and cheese got like the best replay value? Like out of all the dishes, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, it's better the next day.
And then when you bake it, you can square that thing off when you put it in your plate, man.
Yeah. True that.
The next day. But yeah, turkey to me is overrated. Turkey is overrated.
Way overrated, man.
If it's overcooked, I mean, you have good turkey. You got the regular turkey. Fried turkey I had that one time. I think fried turkey is overrated. It's good, but it ain't like, oh my God. But
I think the fried turkey, to me, if I done a turkey, I will probably always do it like that. And the reason because it's so easy, man. You know what I mean? You just deep frying it, throwing in that grease. It's done pretty quickly or whatever the case, way quicker than throwing it in the oven or putting it on the grill. So yeah, I think if I done them, I do it like that. But I'm just not a turkey fan at all, man. I feel like it's a dry it's dry. I know people do certain things to it or whatever, but I just feel like it's a dry meat to me.
Yeah, whatever they find for the little lunch meat though, whatever they find, whatever they send in the subway, whatever little pieces they pulling from there, them shits be good as hell.
You right about that.
You saw what Megan Thee Stallion made for Clay and his family?
No.
I did. Yo, Clay winning. She threw it down, boy.
Oh, for real?
Clay is winning right now. Yeah.
Houston girl.
Klay Thompson is winning right now.
Yeah, I mean, off the court.
Joe ain't winning on that motherfucker. You right about that?
That man sitting on 4 chips, man. Ain't he getting a paycheck? He good, man. He don't care.
Yeah.
I can't take
but
nothing.
still, as a competitive player, man, you know what I mean? You want to win every time you step on the court, boy.
I can't take nothing.
Everybody got their time in the past, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you just don't want to, you want to gracefully fall and not fall from grace, but, you know. Yeah. But I love Clay. Clay is a legend. I can't. Who am I? You know what I mean? Who the hell am I?
Who am I?
What y'all do? Outside of the food and all that. Hey, for the listener, y'all gonna get a little bit more Thanksgiving from us, yo. But outside of the food, what y'all do?
I did what you did, probably, Dumbo. When I watched I binged Stranger Things. Mm-mm. You know what I mean? You ain't do that? Yeah, I watched all 4 of those episodes. They put out 4 episodes. I watched all 4 of them.
Did you like it?
Love it. Loved it, man.
What about old boy haircut?
Haircut was first thing I seen, bro, with that haircut. I was like, what in the hell? I talked about that like 2 or 3 different times, man. I don't know how they even got that haircut together.
Yeah, how you even hit that? You gotta put a ball cap over it and hit the line straight.
That haircut is crazy. But you know what else?
No idea what you're talking about, man.
Yeah,
Stranger Things. But Dumbo, another thing too, man, I was talking about a little bit with me and Ella when we were watching it. You gotta give props to the stylists in these episodes, man. How they really look like they was back in them times, bro. Like they really look like that. The way they dress, the way they look, their hair, everything is almost like back then. During that time. Except for old boy, I think we was lining up a little bit better than that back then. Yeah, man. That lineup is crazy.
He wasn't getting.
That lineup was crazy, bro.
He should have said something too, man. He been there long enough to have a voice. He should have been like, yo, this wasn't it, bro. Just go to Eddie Murphy, stand up. Just go somewhere you can see something. You know what I mean? So I woke up, I went to the gym. I did leg day. I did leg day in the gym, and I was going to go to the gym by my job and sneak in my job. I told myself, don't go to the job today, right? So, but I went to the gym, I did leg day, and while I was in the gym, I put the De La Soul album on, Cabin in the Sky. And so shout out to De La Soul. The album was amazing, love letter to hip hop, and a love letter to True Goy the Dove, who passed away February 2023, the 3rd member of De La Soul. They did a great job at highlighting him, and still incorporating him into the album and making the album somehow about him. So if you're a De La fan, this is not an album to bypass. And and with that said, I also just want to shout out Nas and Mass Appeal for their Legend Has It campaign that they did all year. Nas and Mass Appeal, we got a Slick Rick album, we got a Big L album, we got a Ghostface album, we got a Raekwon album, I don't even want it's way more than that. We got a Mobb Deep album, and they gonna close out the year with Nas and DJ Premier dropping the album. So, I mean, Nas was very impactful to hip hop, super impactful to hip hop this year. And I think every album that dropped, he had a guest verse on, and he killed it. So, I mean, outside of the Clips album, he stunk that up. But hey,
he said he stunk it up.
Yeah. What about you?
As far as the album, what I got into?
Yeah, your day. Yeah, your Thanksgiving.
I started off doing the last minute runs, getting ingredients, things that was out. Then I had a head cold. You probably can still hear it. I had to get over that. So I spent the rest of the day, took some Theraflu, took a nap, shook it off. And then by the time I shook that off, it was time to go to Amanda's and have dinner. I dropped off my food first that I made, and then I came back, shook it off, and went back. So
Yeah, it's crazy when you feeling sick on like one of these days. Like a Thanksgiving or something where you gotta be around people. You're like, yeah, I gotta try to hurry up and put something in me so I could make it through this or that. And when you know it's coming, you know what I mean? That's like sometimes when we have like guests, like a major guest, I'm like, man, I'm getting sick, man. You know. So yeah, I know the pain, man. I'm glad you was able to have a good time. And I'm
Yeah, I
glad
know
y'all
you
did.
know the pain because y'all clowned me the one time I had a migraine. So, I had to make sure.
Yeah, no, I still would have showed up for that one. But I'm glad y'all did I'm glad y'all did the thing, man. Like when you and Amanda got together, and we ain't really get into that story yet, and we won't in this episode, but I plan to soon. So
Yeah, and I'm open, man. I could talk about it right now. It's all good.
Yeah,
you want.
no, I want to give you space for that one, man.
I appreciate it, though.
Yeah, but that was that a good time just overall?
Yeah, I mean, because well, to be open, I'm recently divorced. I'll say that,
Yeah.
right? And we made it a point to put our children first. And once you put your children first, everything else kind of falls in. So it was a good time. I didn't feel awkward. Family is family.
Yeah.
So the kids first. I got to see my kids argue, love each other. She and I was cracking jokes. So yeah, everything was normal, just a new normal. But love leads the way, and kids first.
Yeah, because this about to be like your first Thanksgiving, your first like Christmas season. I mean, not Christmas, your first holiday season.
Yeah.
Divorce. So yeah, and it's
Yeah.
some people who was, one of my mom's neighbors broke down to her crying because this was her first one without her mom. So it's some people, you don't think about that stuff, but the things hit you when you start going through, and it's like, man, it's the first one. You know what I mean? Hey, I want to say I'm not really the Thanksgiving person. Like I don't that like say that. I started doing a turkey day or something like that, but I've said Thanksgiving more than I've done any year prior. And I guess people didn't got me, people didn't just got to say it, man. It's easier just to be like, Happy Thanksgiving.
I mean, we know the origin of the holiday, but I think it's, in my opinion, it's taking on the form of just that. You acknowledge the history, but in the moment, I'm thankful for everything. Here's the time. The harbor, you're thankful for family, thankful for your blessings, and then it kind of sets that intention going into Christmas and ultimately the New Year. Closing out the year and starting the New Year.
Yeah, I would argue that, it's a connection to words that matter a lot. And I would argue that you would argue against it in different scenarios.
I think I'm picking what you're putting down.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoy this holiday more than Christmas because I think with family, like, you already know, you've seen like Thanksgiving memes and you get with your cousins, man. It's just, you ain't worried about giving gifts. You're like, you want to eat, break bread, have a good vibe. That's why I tend to enjoy Thanksgiving more than Christmas.
Yeah. And I sent a couple messages out too. And if you get a message from me, you special. Like I don't send them fucking messages out like them Happy Thanksgiving. So if you get one from me, you mean a whole lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, with me, man, when it comes to Thanksgiving, man, I think with Thanksgiving, man, it's a hard when you think about like one of the best holidays, not best holidays, or you like it more than Christmas or whatever the case would be. I think it's less stressful. Thanksgiving, right? You're trying to be around people most of the time, it's family or whatever. You're giving people you want to be around, right? People you talking to. Christmas though, if I had to, pick one between, a Thanksgiving or Christmas or whatever the case may be, man, I got to think about the meaning of Christmas I think it goes back then to probably you got to think about what you believe in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And things like that too. Cause I know some people don't believe in Christmas at all. Right?
Yeah.
Don't do nothing like during that time period. So, you have to, I think it goes back to a belief, but then also, man, financial, some financial things going on with Christmas that you're thinking about.
Yeah.
That can, set you back by 3 months. You know what I'm saying? So, those are the things you got to think about. But at the same time, though, the flip side of that is, I think Christmas light people face up, especially my family. right? If you giving out gifts and you giving back or you giving whatever, handing stuff out, your kids' face and everybody getting together also. Yeah, it may be more, but at the same time, man, like that's a good time when you are able to though. When you are able to give out gifts and you're able to do these certain things, it feels good, and you know it feels good for people who receiving these things from you. So I like that portion of it, man. So if I had to think about it, man, I do like Christmas a little bit better, and also from a belief standpoint too, I know what Christmas stands for too.
I'm not a fan of Christmas. Just on a traditional, I guess cultural tradition holiday thing. I ain't big on that, man. And ain't nobody getting no gifts from me unless we're in the vicinity of each other. I'm
True.
not buying gifts for people I can't see. like you know what I mean? I'm sorry.
I'm
like,
not.
Thanksgiving was a stretch. You know what I mean? Like as far as putting money together, and this year, man, and the new baby, like, man, we just living. You know what I mean? Like we ain't lap of Lux. Like, so Christmas, we got like, and then the way our stretch is, you got Thanksgiving, then in 2 weeks is my birthday, then Amari's birthday, my dad's birthday, my wife's mom and dad's birthday. That's all in between Thanksgiving and Christmas. You know what I mean?
So, a lot.
Yeah, that's all between Thanksgiving and Christmas. So it's the season of that too. Me and Amari's birthday 4 days apart. You know what I mean? So you got to think about that. So I'm not big on Christmas. Anyway, I think if I could pick one, it'd be like Memorial Day. You know what I mean? It'd be like Memorial Day, man. You know what I mean? Labor Day, one of them. And I don't mean for what, maybe Labor Day. It'd be Labor Day. Like that's where people just get together at the crib, light up the grill, bro. Like, just spark up the grill, man. It's Labor Day, dog.
Good vibes.
No expectations, because Thanksgiving brings expectations. And I had put a note to my sellers. I dropped a note to them, and it was like, hey, I'm trying to pull it up, but I pretty much told them I'd be trying to sound like the unhip old head. I just said, enjoy yourself and do what makes you happy. As long as it's legal. I said, do not force the moment. Then I said, I think the cool people call that aura forming, right? I know what they call
Aura forming?
Yeah. I said, if it's not giving you good vibes, don't feel like you have to do it or be there, because like back home in the family, I'm about to do what you shouldn't do at a podcast, like bring up a major point, but not want to stay there. But back home in the family, that ain't good for everybody. You know what I mean? So, and I wanted them to know that, because when you in the season, everybody around you, like, yeah, I'm going home, big mama, I'm going home, my mom, my aunties, and like, not everybody had that. And I just wanted them to know that. So that's why I would just pick Labor Day.
You got me feeling bad though, man.
Why?
Because, you put the message out to the crew, you text special people on Thanksgiving, and I don't like all the texting during Thanksgiving. Like, I've received it, but it's like I feel the added pressure to keep, like, I don't want to be on my phone all the time texting. This might sound, I don't know what's the word, ungracious, but I ain't trying to spend all day texting. My aunts, I got to text them back. I got like 1,000 aunts. I'm like, man, if I don't text them back, they can put me in bad books, man. But even my message to the team, my POD note, they didn't even save it. Because the POD hit. I'm like, yo, y'all didn't even save it. I put in there, hey, we're thankful for family, thankful for everybody deployed, and don't put no raisins in the potato salad or anything weird with the mac and cheese. You know? And it didn't hit. So I don't know, I feel bad. Like, dude, do you feel obligated to send out all those texts and respond to every text you get?
No. I don't want to talk to people. And for the listeners, just so y'all know too, like just for the listeners, so y'all know too, give me time sometime. I don't want to talk to people. That's why I said if I give you something, it was valuable and meaningful, and I really meant it, and it came from the heart. And it'll probably be a different person a different year. Like I might hit Damon one year, I might hit you another year, I might hit my homie Wes one year, but I'm not like in the morning, soon as I wake up, like it's like a Disney movie, the birds chirping and all that shit, and I'm just sending text messages to everybody I know. I'm not doing that. Like I'm living my life. I don't got time for that text message shit.
Yeah, me either. Right? Hey,
I appreciate it, but
hey, I tell you, with me also with the text message and all that stuff, man. Like to me, man, like I don't even hold long conversations, man. I need to get to the point, and I'm done. Like I talk about whatever I need to talk about, right? And then my whole mindset now is figuring out how I'm finna get out this conversation, get out the phone now. You know what I mean? Once we have this conversation, we say X, Y, and Z, and then you hit me with another question. I'm like, about anything, man. I'm like, yeah, I'm good, man. But hey, then if you ever catch me, hit you with that, hey, but hey, and then you keep trying to talk over that. Like, oh, shit. They try to keep it going.
Hold on.
They be trying to keep that conversation going. Bro, they be trying to keep them conversations going, bro. I'm glad you guys like that too, man. I'm not the only one, because Ella be hitting me. Ella be like, they still want to talk to you. I be like, man, I be getting about that conversation.
You can hear the close though. Like Damo heard it before we started. It's a way of doing it. Damo did it to me. It's like, yeah, man, all right, man, I'm gonna have to let you. Yeah, man, I'm gonna have to, yeah, man, you gotta feel the head. Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's
I'm about to be out.
David do that shit. Yo, David do that shit moment you call him, man. That shit ain't fair.
Hey, Dumbo, don't let Ella hear you say that, man, because she be hitting me up on it, man. You twice. Not soon as I get on the phone, Dumbo.
Nah, Ella can hear it, because I know Ella listen. Whenever I call David, I feel like I gotta like hurry up and say what I'm saying to him. I just feel like he always either cooking or golfing. Ella right next to him every time, right? But like, hey, Damon, look. Real quick, I gotta say, and he'd be like, "All right, man, all right." You know, I'd be like, "Hey, you got a second?"
Hey, Dumbo, don't feel like that, brother. I want to talk, bro.
Hey, David is not available, y'all. He is not available.
Man, I do be wanting Aaron. I want to talk, bro. You know what I mean? I just want everybody to know that, man. I want to talk to people, man.
Okay. All right. Well, we've been going on Thanksgiving. What are y'all thankful for, man?
Hold on. Now he be like this. This is he do. He be like, "What's up, man?"
David? Oh, make something you busy?
The real fast. What's up? What's up, man? Like that joint. Like when somebody hit you with the, hey, what's up, man? You like, oh,
That's like him putting the precursor for the exit plan.
He at that pace. He already at that pace. Yeah. What's up, man? He's like, oh, shit.
Yeah. Right, what you up to, man? What'd he say? Ripping and running. Ripping and running doing what?
Oh, man.
Oh, shit. No, what was you about to say, Aaron?
Nah, we talk about Thanksgiving, but ultimately, like, what are you thankful for?
Let's do Navy edition. And let's just do one thing, I guess.
So one thing work-wise or one thing personal-wise?
Navy.
Straight job.
It don't matter. Just Navy. It's related to Navy.
Okay. I'm thankful for the people I have. I actually have a great team that I get to be led by and lead. Just like we got a really good vibe, real good group. Everybody understands each other. Going to work does not feel like a burden. Mm-hmm. If you have a place like that where you come, you enjoy people's company, Yeah, so I'm thankful for that, having good people.
Yeah, I'm thankful for the ability to see things that I put to taste things that I put into the recipe, like to taste ingredients that I put into the recipe. If y'all remember, I came on here when I left my last command and said like I had some lessons learned, and one of the biggest lessons was like I could be immediately impactful at a command and actually take advantage of that and like put some Damo into the flavor. And I feel like I've been able to do that in a short time at this command, and I'm starting to see it reflected. So I'm thankful for that.
Yeah. Hey, for me, I'm kind of the same way, man. But I'm more thankful. When I say sailors, I'm kind of talking about everybody, man. When I say sailors, but man, when you having conversations, and what I love is the one-on-ones or whatever. When I'm talking with sailors and they eyes light up when you having a conversation with them, right? And it's all about the experience you've been through and what you've done in your career. And when you have a conversation and give things back to them, and the heads are shaking forward like they understand what you're saying, the lights are going off, and then at the end of that, you go out there and you see it happen for them the way they want it to happen. You know what I mean? That's it's kind of what you were saying too, Damo. You putting your taste on it, putting your flair on it, putting your whatever you want to do. It's kind of like that too.
Yeah.
When you go in and you put this, you put work in and you know what right look like and you talk about it all the time and when you're talking about it, you feel like people are tuned in and not ignoring you and they listening and they like, man, that makes so much sense and things like that, man. So I appreciate that from sailors, man. Like, cause we all know it can go in a different way too. Right. And we have seen it go a different ways. So for me, I'm thankful for that. People let me do me. Even my chain of command, like even my CO and XO, kind of like let me do me. I like that, man. So that's what I'm thankful for.
Yeah,
When it comes from the military anyway.
Yeah, you become they, and you want to add some good shit to they.
Yeah.
What's y'all's win for this week?
For me, on the my own personal professional development, I had a CDB last week, and I was held accountable by some peers. And I got back re-engaged in my education. I had a transition year personally that I took a pause for my education. Now I'm back on it. I enrolled back in school starting the first week of January. So that was a win for me just to get it going. And then I got a seat in the Keystone Leadership course. I wasn't expecting that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's in January as well. So if I'm able to, keep that going, that's my win. My own personal professional development story is kicking up again. So that was a win.
Can you explain a little bit about what Keystone Leadership is for some of the junior sellers that just don't even know what that is or what it means?
Yeah, Keystone, it's for senior listed leaders, for anybody who is in or slated to go to flag general officer billet, and also talks about the joint aspect. So you go there. That's what I got so far. I saw the class roster. It's very diverse of all branches to include other nations SELs.
Yeah.
I think I saw my class. I got somebody from New Zealand. So yeah, I mean, usually I got a seat in the course. My Isaac, he once again going to professionally develop me. I appreciate that. CMC or Lamar Bethel from Navy Medicine Atlantic. But yeah, to answer the question, it's for flag officer, general officer, slated, or in that type of toilet joint. So yeah.
Yeah. My win for the week is I got to my command during the government shutdown. So a lot of like trying to get accesses to different computer programs and stuff like that, I couldn't get like certain things with like MFAS or certain things off NSIPs or BOL, just a bunch of different things, right? My accesses. So I did do cyber last week. I did my cyber awareness last week. I'm working some HIPAA stuff so I could get MERS access. So my win so in that time I've been dealing with whatever like was like right in my face, whatever fire was in my face. Right. And I feel like we got a lot of good stuff done in the 2 months that I've been there with the fires that were in my face. But my win for the week is getting these SARs done and these getting this access to start kind of doing the job as traditional. As far as having all my accesses and doing that stuff and seeing what's what in M&A and my Navy assignments for the uninitiated and all the other things. So that's going to be my win for the week. Is getting acclimated. Then I'm going to leave for my birthday.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Domo, I just want to let you know, man, I'm still missing accesses and shit, man.
Yeah,
but yeah,
me too.
Hey, but my win for the week, man, is my divisions and departments, man. Like I was feeling a little bad, man, because normally since I've been in the Navy, we always do something like right before Christmas, right? Right before Thanksgiving. It is a potluck. It's something leading to the start of the holidays, right? I'm just used to that. While I've been in like food or get together or something like that, I couldn't make that happen here because of what we doing here, flying and all that type of stuff that we do here. So I couldn't make that time happen. So I felt a little bit bad by it. And then this week, what I seen this week from my mess and from the chain of command was a lot of division and department was doing their own little potlucks, their own little thing. And they was doing stuff amongst each other. And I feel like that was a win because no one even thought how I felt about that. But I was talking about that a lot, trying to make that happen. Right. But then to see I couldn't make it happen because of this and that. And then to see all of them out there doing this stuff, man, I feel like that was a win for me for the week, man.
So what's your win for this week?
You meaning like win for this week, like what I'm gonna do this week? But that was last week that he was doing this
that
stuff.
was last week, yeah. So what's your win for this week? So episode drop is Monday. What's your win?
My win for this week is going to be getting through this chain of command I got. You know what I mean? Get through my chain of command I got on Thursday. So that's my win for the week, man. It's a lot goes on in that too.
But is it a fleet up type thing? Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a fleet up type thing. I got it in I think I'm gonna talk a little bit about it too later, but it's different, right? Because you gotta have the pilots actually fly in. You know what I mean? Doing this, they actually fly together with their kind of what we call an ISIC. Their ISIC, the two pilots, they fly. Then the one that is fleeting up kind of stays with the ISIC, and the other one gonna kind of like circle back around and land, and then they gonna come in. They fly together. It's a whole lot of planning with that too. So it's a little bit different what I'm used to too. So I'm in those meetings listening and taking a lot of notes too on how it rolls anyway. So yeah.
You had some sellers fly over the game, right? With one of the Turkey Bowl game, one of the Thanksgiving games, you had some sellers fly over?
No. Well, yes. I had some sailors do that, but I also got sailors that's gonna be we already slated to do the Super Bowl.
Yeah, we are too. Yep. We had some dude the Ravens game. I had one of my guys, man, Whitley, man. He was out there. I saw him in the middle with the Navy flag. Couldn't see his face. You know what I mean? It was covering his face, but I saw him, I actually watched a little bit of that. So shout out to them, man. Shout out to all.
Doing big things, man. Doing big things.
Yeah. Hey, so things happened, y'all. So that was us catching up, but some things happened. And some real serious things happened too, man. Some crazy stuff happened, man. And I want to get one of the crazier things that I saw this week. It was in Task and Purpose. I'm gonna fuck around and read this whole article. like I don't know where to stop with this one, man. But it says, here's the headline: Airmen indicted and plot to take over Haitian island, enslaved population. And hey, for the listeners, this stuff is serious and sad and messed up, man. But this is some crazy shit, man. You know what I mean? So it says 2 Texas men. They either would have been from Texas or Florida, right? 2 Texas men, one who joined the Air Force to learn combat skills, are accused of trying to take over a small island off of Haiti. An Air Force service member is one of 2 Texas men accused of trying to seize control of a Haitian island in a violent coup and plotting to enslave its population. Tanner Christian Thomas, 20, was indicted by the Department of Justice on Thursday. Thomas, an airman stationed in Texas, and his alleged co-conspirator Gavin Rivers Weisenberg, 21, were both charged with conspiracy to murder, maim, or kidnap in a foreign country and production of child pornography. And that's where it gets really crazy at. The Associated Press reports that both men intend to plead not guilty, according to their lawyers. According to the indictment against them, the 2 made a plan to gather a group of militants and sail to Haiti in an armed expedition. They would take over the Gonavi Island, or Gonavi, I don't know how to pronounce that, a 266 square mile island off the coast. They allegedly planned to kill all the men on the island and enslave the women and children and use them as sex slaves. The island has a population of roughly 87,000. They also researched and allegedly planned to buy military-type rifles, according to their indictment. They plan to use those with their cadre and make a sailboat to conquer an island with tens of thousands of people. Then it gets into when they started, right? So they started this in 2024 by learning Haitian Creole. And then according to the indictment, Thomas joined the Air Force in January 2025 to gain military skills to help prepare for the coup plot. While his co-conspirator trained as a firefighter, Weisenberg filled out a fire academy shortly after starting. A spokesperson for Air Education and Training Command confirmed to Task and Purpose that Thomas was assigned to Joint Base San Antonio Lackland with the rank of Airman Basic. The 2 spent months trying to recruit people to join their plot. Thomas even got his initial assignment station changed from Andrews in Maryland, using that location to try to recruit unhoused Americans in D.C. to join a coup and slavery conspiracy. It's not clear how many people they got to join in on the plan. During the same period, they also produced child pornography. Oh, that's completely different. Weisenberg was arrested in July. It's not clear when Thomas was arrested. However, since his arrest, he did undergo a court martial. All right, I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but that's pretty much the majority of it. It say they face 15 to 30 years in prison if convicted on a child pornography charge. A conviction on conspiracy to commit murder in foreign countries carries up to life in prison. They need to put them guys away and throw away those keys, man. You know, like I don't like they didn't even join the military. Like the one guy didn't join the military sincerely. He joined it to learn skills so he could go ahead and take over this island. And Air Force, what y'all got? What's up?
Hey
Yo.
man, I think my first thought is someone in that article you read, it says also they was trying to recruit. If you was part of that recruitment process, they need to get your ass too. I want to make sure I throw that out there. You done too. Throw the keys away on them too. The other side of it is, man, this is almost like you read out of a fiction book.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This is crazy, man. This is like it's a lot of mental issues there also. Another reason why they need to be somewhere locked up somewhere, because I think it's a lot of mental stuff that's going on. If you planning to take an island, kill all the men, you know what I mean? Like, and all the stuff that they named in there, man, you got some issues going on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got some real issues going on that you need to fix, and you can fix that shit behind bars somewhere, man. So,
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Like, just get a job, bro. You know, just get a job, man.
Keep it
Get
simple.
a hobby.
Keep it simple.
Do woodworking, man.
Keep it
Take your
simple.
frustrations out, man. Go to a rage room, dog. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. All right, well,
yeah. But you know what, Dumbo? The other part of it is, man, I just real quick about that whole story too, man. Like, where did that start at? How you figure, like, you know, people say crazy shit online and stuff, right? People say stuff, right? I want to know, like, where that started from. How you know this shit was serious? Like, how did you know that they are really trying to do this shit, man? That's the stuff that I'm sure in order for them to be indicted, right? They got to have some facts, of course. But man, like, how did that story get out, and how did it start, and how did
one of the recruits?
Yeah,
I'm looking at their age, man. They are 20 and 21,
24?
Right?
It's 20,
nah,
21?
I thought 20 and 21, I think it was, right? So their investigation, like, I want to know what's on their search history.
Yeah,
exactly. This is an epidemic in our country. The conversation for a different space, but what type of bullshit were they reading to get them hyped up like that? Different conversation. Second thing, they want to go to Haiti. Maybe they should look up history, because if there's one country that is with the shits, the people, the heritage, it's Haitians.
Yeah.
Okay? So if they thought that they was going to go over and take over an island of people of Haitian origin, or Haitians, they got another thing coming. So the audacity and the lunacy they have, if they're trying to do this, maybe I kind of wanted them to try that so they can get exactly what they had coming to them. They think they're going to take something over with a chat GPT starter kit to take over a country, an island. You sound stupid, right? And then, you know, looking at what we talked about, this goes back into eroding trust in the profession of arms. These guys, if it's true, these idiots thought that they could really just pick up, you know, engineer this crap and go take over an island and do something. So I'd like to know what got them sized up. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I kind of wish they did try to go over there and try to take over a country, because then they'd have gotten exactly what was coming to them.
Yeah, remember old boy that he was on a mission. He was like missionary guy. He was going over to one of those islands, isolated kind of islands, and they killed him before he even made it onto land. It's a movie. That's fucked up that y'all laughing. I'm trying to be
I mean,
serious.
that wasn't
That's
gonna happen to these
wild.
motherfuckers,
Like,
man.
there's a
That
movie
wasn't gonna
coming
happen to
out
these
about it. He was like, he was trying to spread, the gospel to them.
Fam,
Killed
some
them.
people.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
these two guys, man, leave people alone, man. Who do you think you are? Who sized you up to do that? Go sit your ass down somewhere. You're 20. We got kids this age, man. My 20-year-old's trying to figure out her DoorDash order and a paper she got to do. This dude want to take over a country?
They try to take over, be kings over there, man. Like live like they playing too many video games, bro. I'm not blaming nothing, but the right shit ain't on their head. I mean, I can't. You can't probably you can't point out one thing. That's a whole brain diet of bullshit that got you going that way. It ain't just the video game. It ain't just
they on the Dylan Roof curriculum.
Yeah, that's
they
wild.
on.
Yeah, they wild.
Speaking of nasty and wild and
craziness,
here's another one. Stars and Stripes. Army has notified 3,000 patients in criminal investigation of suspended Fort Hood OBGYN. And it's a lot on this. I'm going to give a little bit from this. It says the criminal investigation and the claims that Fort Hood OBGYN secretly recorded his exams with patients have grown, with the Army confirming that it is contacting roughly 1,600 women under his care at a previous duty station. Those letters alert patients from Tripler Army Medical Center in Oahu, Hawaii, and they say Major McGraw, a doctor now under criminal investigation, so his name is Blaine McGraw, and include a link to an online survey to help criminal investigators understand each patient's interactions with him. McGraw was suspended October 17th from Carl Darnell Army Medical Center. Where at? Fort Hood, Texas, after hospital officials received a report of misconduct. Combined with this, the last paragraph I'm going to read, and y'all kind of get into whatever it is else y'all saw in here. Combined with 1,400 letters sent to patients at Fort Hood, there are now roughly 3,000 women who could be questioning their visits and the medical care they received. Some women were contacted directly by Army Criminal Investigation Division, CID, because images of their exams were found on devices collected from McGraw, according to legal filings.
So
go ahead.
Nah, this is just okay. So I think the coverage on this is too quiet. This should be like national news, constantly in the cycle, man. When people say, "Hey, you want to be with the dude or the bear?" I'm choosing the bear. This is why. They have no trust. So when our sisters and our daughters and everyone is like, "I don't trust," and like, "Oh, you're overreacting." Nah, this is it. Yeah. I think this should be on a front page, ran down all the way. And it's not virtue signaling. This is the truth. Once again, going back to public trust in certain professions, the medical profession, and then coupled with, once again, the alleged trust in the profession of arms, you held to a higher standard. And this guy is sickening. So when our sisters are talking, they don't have trust, this is why. So I think this should be on Front Street for everything to try to make an example, and more importantly, to have the right justice done for this.
Yeah, I agree with everything you just said, man. I had similar notes on this also. We're talking about not in prison. We're talking about under the prison somewhere, right? This is a person that's being trusted with a lot, man. And I always, me personally, my opinion, I always, used to think when my wife used to go to the hospital, I'd be like, man, and she probably didn't tell you this. I asked every time, you got to who your doctor is. I asked the name of the doctor, right? Just the male, female, whatever. I asked those questions. And this is why. Shit like this, man, like it goes back, and I'm not trying to, say nothing crazy about it, man, but this is what happens. Like, it's not about if one person do something in the mess, right? It's the mess. This goes back to something like that, man. Like, yeah, he just one doctor, but he's a doctor. You know what I'm saying? He's a doctor, right? So This is big and this is huge, and I'm with you, man. It should be bigger than what it is, because if this topic wasn't put in here, I probably wouldn't know nothing about this topic.
Yeah.
Right? If we wasn't looking for this, we probably wouldn't see it. So I do think it should be magnified. I do think justice need to be there, and example need to be made out of this case.
Yeah, my wife sent this to me. I wasn't looking for it either. She sent it, right? And the crazy thing is, like a while ago on here, we had a conversation about like a male daycare service provider. And I said it was a friend, but it was my wife. For the listeners, it was my wife. She wasn't comfortable with a male provider like changing our daughter and stuff like that. And like these type of stories, to be honest, they propel that sentiment. Like Aaron was saying with the bear. They just propel that sentiment, man. And as a guy, I'm pissed off and ashamed about that shit. But then as a husband who has a wife and a daughter, I don't know what I want to do, if I got my hands on that guy, man. You know what I mean? Like just knowing that there's 3,000 women, bro. That's damn near probably all your clients, all your patients or whatever. That's probably every one of them. That's a woman.
Yeah.
And they left to you and your creepiness when they like under the needle or whatever, like, or out of their consciousness, like you're just being creepy and saving pictures in your phone. And it was more to the article. That's just super nasty, man. And I never, ever question, like, not necessarily like, I never invalidate women when they say that they don't feel comfortable around like a guy or something, a certain dude or something. I never try to invalidate them or like question their integrity or something. All right, let's get you out of here. Like, I never do that, because men could be, and it's not like an anti-man thing, but dudes could be real surprising with their creepiness. Like, you just don't fucking know.
The safety piece, man. When they say they being women say there's no safe space, some of us would be like, that's kind of a deep. Well, what you mean by that? This is why. Last episode, I'm not sure if it got captured, but remember I talked about how whenever a bunch of us go out on liberty and you have women with us, they should have a heightened level of safety with your brothers or the people you serve with. They don't have that, right? That's the reason why on Lyft and Uber they share their location, they share their rides. Or if you got a friend who's going to call you and be like, hey, I just want to stay on the phone with you as I'm walking back to my dorm room, my barracks room, or my apartment. That's why. Stuff like this, man. So do the people you serve with, or that your family, the women, do they feel safe? And it's not too much to ask. I'm like, hey, where you going? Let me walk into your car. I had a friend share to check me. We left from a friend's house. And she's like, yo, bro, I know you had me, but you could just walk me to my car real quick just to make sure. I was like, damn, sis, you're right. So just, are you making a space to where, the women in your life, whether related or not, they feel safe and protected? Not saying they can't do it themselves, but if you're the man we claim to be, like, let's make them feel safe.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy, man. It's crazy. It definitely died. I guess that's the biggest sexual assault case in military history now. So,
and we're barely hearing about it.
Yeah. So, Naval Academy Commandant Clark fired after only a few months on the job. I had a soundbite I was gonna play, but I'm gonna chill.
I actually met this guy twice.
Yeah, I met him once when I was working at the academy. Like my last week working there, brand new CO, and I'm gonna say this: it wasn't my favorite meeting. I'm gonna say that it wasn't my favorite meeting. It wasn't my favorite conversation, and it wasn't the best way I would have wanted my brand new CO to have an exchange with the commandant. I'm not going to speak for her, so I'm going to just say that it just wasn't a good experience. And what I'm getting from a lot of people over there was nobody's surprised about this. I don't know what it was, what he did, none of that. I ain't got nothing to say about that. But out of a personal exchange, I wasn't a fan. So I just leave it there.
I tell you what, man, like you saying, well, we don't know, loss of confidence. So we don't know really what he did. But I would say this, man, 2 months on the job, it has to be a pretty big investigation or a pretty big thing that he done. We talking about months, man, like months on the job. So something happened. I'm sure we'll, read a little bit more about it later. But I think it was something that was huge, right?
Do you feel loss of confidence? That's a cop out? Is that protecting something, or should it be spelled out explicitly why someone is no longer, why one of us, because we are they, why one of us, so why someone in leadership or command has been relieved of duties? Do you think it should still be a loss of confidence or loss of confidence due to?
Yeah, I mean, so we had this conversation like a lot of times, right? Not going to dig too deep. I think that certain people should know and understand. I think other captains should know and understand what happened, or at least what is in the family end. Dude got fired. You know what I mean? I think whoever need to know should know. I don't necessarily. I'm both ways on it. But like I said, we had this a million times. But I think like just like CMCs, I think like if a CMC get fired, the CMC channels should know. And I think if a CMC gets fired, like depending on what they did, like how publicized it was, the command might already know. Like the people I know at the Naval Academy, they not surprised that he got fired. But I do think for like your CMC in Guam or your CO in Japan or whatever, like let's at least do some type of, post deliberation summary where you kind of know what it's in the family of. Now Captain Select Walker said something different. He was talking about the charge of command, and when we asked the same question, what you're supposed to do, because it's all there, and whatever they did was not in accordance with that. That was pretty much, in the lines of what he was saying. So, yeah. What do you think? I mean, what's your thoughts?
Sorry, Damon, you want to take it? Or you want me to hop on?
No, you.
Yeah. I think in the space we're in right now, I'm coming from the angle of the American people, the taxpayer, right? DOD or Department of War gets the biggest pie of government spending. It's held in the highest regard. In order to keep trust, trust equates to as much transparency as you can within reason. I think some more detail should be given, because it's kind of the what if.
What's more detail?
If they weren't executing the mission, hey, you know what? Failed X amount. The command was not prepared to execute and be on task, or if certain metrics weren't met.
I mean, just the Naval Academy.
Well, I'm talking broad spectrum. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm laughing. It's just the Naval Academy, dog. Like, what'd you do, dog? Like,
I don't know.
I really want to talk to my man's soul. Like, we're like, say, I really want to talk to this dude's soul. Like, what'd you do?
I mean,
bro?
I don't know. My 2 times with him, right? It was when he was at ATG Westpac, and then I was actually in class with him. Remember, I went to that Felix.
Yeah, I know.
Get better joint, right? He was in it.
Yeah.
Was your CO, your last CO, as a matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
I think it didn't seem too off. Surface level, he seemed, happy-go-lucky, approachable. But I don't know. So to answer the question, I just think to try to maintain as much of the public trust in the uniform, give some more within reason. Because some cats they ain't know all that, but some things I think should be brought to light.
Yeah. I mean, you had to be wilding. You the commandant on a midshipman. Like, would you you had to be. I don't
And
know.
that's a valued spot. People that they want that.
And you're not. I don't know, right? So I'm gonna be wrong. We got captains that listen to all that shit. I'm gonna be wrong, but you're not in battle. Like you the commandant of midshipman. Like this thing been going on for hundreds of years. What'd you do? Like what happened? Like it had to be foul, or you just were a tyrant. Like, one of the two. What about you, Damon, for the whole
I'm with you, man. I know we talked about this a couple of times, man. I don't know. I'm kind of torn on both sides of it, man. But I do think sometimes that we could be losing more than we gaining by putting all that information out there. You know what I mean? When it comes from a leadership standpoint, right? I think we could be losing sailors and have people thinking about like, man, this is what they doing.
Yeah.
This is how they rolling. So that's kind of how I think about it a little bit, man. But some situations, though, I think it's situational sometimes too, though. I think like some cases, it should be put out there. It should be example made. We should know, But I do think, like Damo's said earlier, I think in the right channels, it is probably out there. I think people are learning from it. They need to learn from it. Everybody don't need to learn from it, but some people do, and I think it is out there in those channels.
Yeah, like the broad channel, fired. Boom, loss of confidence, whatever. Then the internal joints, he was doing this. Them internal
kind of
channels.
get in the weeds.
Yeah, so you could learn from it. We can't be all sham all the time about what people did. So people, could know. It's a personal thing I would love to talk about, but I kind of can't. But those investigations, especially when you're doing big time, heavy command investigations for like big time members of the command, sometimes it's good to know for other people, whether that person getting fired or whatever's happening to that person. Sometimes it's just good to know for other people, because not every CO, and I get what Captain Select Walker was saying, but not every CO CMC, some people just be like negligent to shit that they ain't know was wrong. And I'm not saying it's a big epidemic of that, but it is good sometimes to be like, oh shit, okay, all right, that's what they did. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's good to get, and if you anybody worth your weight, or whatever, you're gonna make sure that your people that need that information gets it. And they could redact names from investigations so you could see, I'm dealing with this firsthand. You know what I mean? Names could be redacted from investigations so you could see like context without having like people's information or whatever like that. So, stolen valor, man. These stories are.
These stories, we got some crazy stories today, bro.
This dude, he, I don't know if you're gonna read it, but long story short with him, he lied about his service being attached to, if I say this correctly, Lima Company, 3rd Battalion, 25th Marine Regiment, 4th Division. What's of note, they suffer a lot of losses. Yeah. They lost 22 Marines and a corpsman. And this guy was saying he served with them, and he started this back in like 2016.
Yeah.
And with the amount of in the conversation on the Hill about veterans benefits and taking care of people post career in the military, this guy didn't even serve.
Oh shit!
And he did this. So for me,
you're not a leader. You're not a leader. We don't want you here, brother. Matter of fact, you're not even a brother. You can keep moving.
Wasn't even a brother.
I personally think that his punishment should be, he should go and just go with the room full of Marines and docs and explain himself and close the door and let them handle him for about an hour. That's what I think.
Yeah. I mean, a couple of these people outside of the captain that we talked, a couple of these people outside the commandant that we talked about, they should get hands and feet put on them. I ain't even gonna say here loud.
Oh, and his name is Mikhail Wicker. That's his name. So, yeah.
Yeah. Now he was acting like, and Yeah, they should get heads. I was about to try to clean that up. A couple of the people that try to go to the island in Haiti, they need to go to the island in Haiti.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And the other dude, the Crete dude, come on, yo. He should go to the island in Haiti with him.
Yeah.
And this dude could go ahead to that island too. And we can see what happens from there.
I think the two young boys, they should. I saw a picture of Sean Combs during Thanksgiving. Yeah, maybe they make them roomies with Diddy, man.
Diddy?
Yeah, man. Let them.
That's wild.
Yeah.
They can live out there.
Hey.
Live their best life.
Yeah.
Take that. Take all of it.
You know what I read it, what I thought about? First thing I thought about, man.
That's crazy.
First thing I thought about when I read it, man, is like the desperation of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The things that you will do to get a buck or to get attention, to get whatever we call this. I feel like the things that we will actually freaking do is crazy, man. Right. We're talking about 22 Marines in one corps. They died, right? Like Aaron said, they died for this. You say you was part of that and you live every day getting this money, getting these benefits and getting this stuff. And you know that happened during this time frame.
Right.
That is crazy. Think about the first time it happened when you got you got people who was part of that unit and you called them in and you said, hey, was this person part of that? And they said no. The person who they said no to, you want to think about the thoughts that were going through their heads. Like, this motherfucker didn't even serve?
Yeah.
Can you imagine if you put him in front of families? Those Gold Star families?
Whew. And he was getting VA benefits, right? And then, like, you know, it's some of us that's struggling to get like all of the benefits that we deserve. You know what I mean?
It's a struggle to get some of us to even say what's ailing us. Because they feel like they're jobbing over the system, and no, like you served and this is your country doing right by you. And you gotta like tell some of us kicking and screaming, yo, go get seen and legitimately get things documented. And this fool, he didn't even serve and he did it.
Yeah.
Like
for a decade, bro. He been getting this stuff for a decade.
Yeah.
And then on top of all of that, that picture didn't help him either. You know what I'm saying? The picture they had in there, this motherfucker happy as hell. I bet he is.
Yeah, over 140,000. So what's supposed to happen to him?
And his ass beat. That's what he.
I think he under some type of investigation. They gonna do something to his ass. I don't know.
Yeah, y'all know who Don Shipley is? I think
Don Shipley.
You don't know who Don Shipley is?
Don Shipley, a comedian?
No, Don Shipley is like I think you talk about like Don Rickles or whatever. But Don Shipley is he was a SEAL. Retired now, but he exposes other like SEALs.
Oh, Stolen Valor Cat?
Yeah.
Okay.
He be calling him up like, yeah, I'm about to call this asshole right now. He's saying he's SEAL. He was an instructor for 5 years. I'm gonna give him a call right now. You know, and then he calling people. Y'all got it. My man put me on the Don Shipley a while ago, man. He calling people like, hey man, what's going on, man? You know, and the dude be like, hey, what's up? He's like, yeah, I'm calling because you said you're a Navy SEAL. And the dude be like, yeah, I am, man. You know, he start naming, you know, well, when'd you graduate? You know, and the dude be like, I graduated in 94. Yo, Don Shipley like the WAC 100 of Navy SEALs, bro. You know what I mean? He'd be like, I graduated in 94. Don Shipley be like, bro, you know, who was your instructor? Who was in the class? He'd be like, matter of fact, because he'd be like, I got the roles right here. I'm looking at every name on the list. You wasn't on there, man.
I like it.
Y'all gotta check Don Shipley out, man. That dude is hilarious, man. Well, hopefully this Marine gets, no, not Marine. This fake Marine gets everything he
This
deserves.
Buster, this punk biatch, that's who it is.
This clown.
And I put that on M-Fast, D-Fast, and your mama ass. Yeah.
Damon, I said things I'm like Damon's anger translator. Damon's like, yo, this mother, yo, man, fuck that dude, man. I say, fuck that dude, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I know we're trying to, so we're going to do a pivot. Wrapping up the current affairs. The biggest thing is it's a hard pivot. So we in DC, we had two of our guardsmen that were attacked. Andrew Wolf and Sarah Beckstrom. Andrew Wolf, currently he's a critical condition. He's still in the fight, but we lost Sarah Beckstrom. They're both National Guardsmen, drilling out of West Virginia. Sarah Beckstrom, she passed, 20 years old.
Yeah.
And it was sad as current state of affairs is that the conversation shifted automatically to why the guardsmen are there, should they be there, and people start, once again taking sides. But the number one side is humanity, and we lost one of ours, and we have another one of ours that's fighting for his life.
Yeah.
And she's 20. 20. My daughter last night, 20 years old, thinking about food and watching Stranger Things. And Sarah was 20, wearing uniform and trying to serve honorably, and we lost her. So, hate to say prayers and condolences, but that to her family and to her team, and for the family of Andrew Wolf. Please prayers up. Keep me in your thoughts as he tries to fight to stay with us.
Yeah, and they're asking. The family is like asking for prayers. So I'm sure it's a really rough time in that hospital. I'm sure it was a really rough time finding out that Sarah Beckstrom passed. Like your child, joins the military, and 2 years later, like that's like fresh out of high school. 2 years later,
Yeah.
Passes away in this type of event.
Yeah.
I see them every day. I work right by the tents, right by the white tents on JBAB where they work. I see them every day, going to the micro mart, getting food and stuff like that. And I want to tell everybody, because I think these topics divide people sometimes and stuff like that. I want to tell everybody, like, these young service members, man, they young people, man, young Americans who wanted to do something bigger with their lives. I wanted to do something different with their lives. And they get orders, and they follow those orders. We get orders and we follow those orders. And I don't think somebody need to desert or die for that kind of reason, especially a 20-year-old, Sarah Beckstrom. I just think that's so sad and rough, and just it's messed up. And some of what we're gonna talk about later in here is just, it's rough to even have a conversation about.
Yeah, it's sad, man. I'm just gonna echo some of the stuff you guys said, man. But it's sad. Things are like this are happening, in the world. Like, people are doing a lot of things they may not want to do, but they do it because it's their job to do, or whatever the case may be. But in this situation, man, it's sad. But I'm gonna tell you what's even more sad, man, is the how we treating this situation too, man. Like, it almost seemed immediately that it became political immediately. Like I'm talking about, like, this happened because of this happened because of that. No, man, we had service members, man, that's in a gunfight. You know what I mean? One passed away, and one fighting for his life, man, and this is where we take it. So I'm with you guys, man. Condolences to the family. We praying for everybody. But I hate the fact that we're trying to use this as a leg up on something, as a political gain or something. I don't know what it is, but it sounds a little crazy to me.
And I want to just give a special thought to our service members, all of them, all of us. When 3-4 years ago, you couldn't even be in uniform downtown DC. Like, that was in the uniform policy, at least the Navy uniform policy, was you couldn't even be in your uniform down there.
Yeah.
your type 3s or whatever like that. So, and that was rough, and that was coming off, of course, the riots and all of that stuff, man. And as a service member, man, I think we should be super comfortable, being in our uniform anywhere we go, in America. I think we should feel safe, and I think people should feel safer with us there. It's another very hard conversation to have about all of this, and of course, this is from a certain point of view because we all active duty. So this from our point of view, and we lost a young service member, so we feel that, and it hurts, man.
Yeah.
I mean, wearing uniform, right? You would think that wearing the cloth of the nation would protect you, but history shows it does not. The first thing, when I learned about Isaac Woodard and him wearing uniform and what happened with him, it jarred me. So I kind of referenced that to this. Them wearing uniform, some people look at them as a target, and it makes me sick, especially being at home.
Yeah.
And we talk about orders, and there's a conversation about, orders and lawful orders and all that. We ain't going to dive all the way into it because permission to speak freely, right? But it doesn't mean we turn a blind eye or turn our ears off to the dialogue because it comes up. But you should be protected and valued in the cloth of the nation. And for our best to be targets like that on home soil, man, it makes me sick. A couple of weeks ago, we talked about, as leaders, us as CMCs and COs, we talk about these kids, and we look at them as adults, but we still protect them and value them because they are these young people in our charge.
Yeah.
So,
let's take the time to highlight them, right? Let's pull their stories up. Let's pull their journeys up. Let's get who they were in high school, what their favorite movies and food was, what they like doing. Let's talk about that in the media. Let's do the good stuff. Especially for Sarah, right? Let's get into those stories in the media before we start immediately going to and I knew, never now like we transition in a little bit, right? I told Angelina, I was like, it's gonna be some bullshit when the gunman is announced. I already could smell it. And I don't mean BS I mean BS from a totally different point of view, but I'm like, I could smell it. And who knew? Of course, the gunman was this person from this event who came here for this reason, right? So here's a reason for pundits, and here's a reason for this side to fight this side, and this people to do this people, and then this happened during this administration, and this and this and this and this and that. And we done lost the whole idea that we just lost two. Well, not two. We just lost one. And then I think I heard the story was, I think when it was initially reported, it was reported that they both passed. It was It was just a nasty thing. You know what I mean? And I just think it's so weird that everything we do gets to this political mud. And if I was a member of the family, I would not be wanting to see this at highest levels of media right now, where we talking all this political stuff.
Yeah, man. All right. But I know Hero of the Week, that's on me this week, right? Yeah. Okay. I don't know how to pivot, bro. I got it right here.
It's on you, bro. It's on you, dog.
Got you, man. All right. I'm going to get to it. Hey, right on there, sailor. All right. So, Hero of the Week. It's on me, right? Mm-hmm. I got Army Warrant Officer Hugh Thompson Jr. I'm going to read this from what I typed up and also what I put in chat for a synopsis, so bear with me. On March 16th, 1968, Warrant Officer Hugh Thompson Jr., a U.S. Army helicopter pilot, displayed one of the most profound acts of moral and physical courage in American military history. While flying reconnaissance over the village of My Lai, Thompson and his crew noticed something unacceptable. unarmed Vietnamese civilians, women, children, and the elderly being killed by U.S. soldiers on the ground. Thompson made a decision very few could have made under that type of pressure. He landed his unarmed OH-23 helicopter between fleeing civilians and armed American troops, ordering his crew to open fire on any U.S. soldier who attempted to continue killing non-combatants. He evacuated survivors, radioed for help, and reported the atrocity up the chain of command, knowing the personal and professional blowback that will follow. His courage saved lives and ultimately exposed the truth. So I know he's in the Army, but for me, the reason why I nominated him for Hero of the Week is because first, he's an epitome of that core value of courage. Because once again, he knew the personal, professional blowback, but he did what he knew was right. And there's plenty of examples of people who did not follow lawful orders, and that's a whole big discourse. But there's a reason why we talk about that in ELD, at the SCA, back in the day, Petty Officer NDOC. You got to be able to have a personal virtue. So Warrant Officer Hugh Thompson Jr. is our Hero of the Week this week.
And I hear that, right? and I think like, damn, Aaron still didn't see one battle after another.
Say again?
You know what I mean? I said I hear that Hero of the Week, and I say, damn, Aaron still didn't watch one battle after another. Like that Hero of the Week is perfect for a one battle after another viewer. You know what I mean? Like that. You need to watch one, but I have it now and I own it. I bought it on Apple. Damon, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right. I bought it on Apple, bro. I bought one battle after another on Apple, Aaron. So come to my house anytime you want. We can watch it together, man.
Okay. I will bring the wings, man.
Yeah, that was just leave the crock pot at home. You know but that was we got a couple here. But that was a one battle after another Hero of the Week, bro.
Yeah.
It was definitely a one battle after another joint. So I'm a move into and that's just I think we're gonna talk a little bit more about just following orders. I don't know. I mean, you got that on the topic list, so maybe.
Yeah, I just got some examples, man. That's all.
All right. So before we go there, though, it is something I want to talk about. And so we had a previous guest on our podcast, HMC Josh Mackey, aka Doc Mackey on Instagram. I think the Mackeys on TikTok. And I didn't see the source of the comment, but I saw a video from him replying to a comment, like where they pretty much made a comment into a reel. And somebody said to him, should be more worried about putting stars on your anchor. Right. So I'm assuming he was doing something. And I don't know. Did y'all see the video of the video that made the person make that comment?
No, I didn't.
I mean, neither. I didn't see it.
I'm assuming he might have. It's Josh, so he probably was working out, whatever. But somebody said you should be more worried about putting stars on your anchor, and this was his response.
I've never chased rank. I didn't do one single package review going up to chief because I thought those are silly. Still do. And I have not submitted one single package for senior chief. You want to know why? Because that stuff's not my focus. That's the stuff that's giving me a paycheck. The stuff that's my focus is being there for my family. I was able to coach my son in every single sport since he was like 6. I'm able to spend tons of time with my grandson, Jaxie. When you retire, all of the stuff you've accomplished, that's going to look really nice in a box somewhere. And you're going to be left with your family. So the whole, like, why aren't you chasing a star? I don't care about that.
All right, so Josh, as the listeners know, if you heard the episode with Josh, he got a way he felt about the selection boards and stuff like that anyway, right? So not here to debate. I disagree with some of what Josh said about like just not submitting packages and stuff. I think Josh would know that I would disagree with that, right? But I'm not surprised because he don't even believe in the boards. You know what I mean? Like he just don't believe in that stuff. Were you there for the episode with Josh, Naaman?
I was. And I'm not surprised about nothing that he just said right then. right? We had a great conversation about that. But you know, that conversation almost to me, and Josh, though, it's like you said, Dumbo, he know I probably disagree with this conversation, what he just said too, though, a little bit. But I do think in this situation, man, it's a way that you can do both, right? And I also think it's a way that how he said it. Also, I want to say that anything you do one day gonna be left in a box. You know what I mean? That you don't have to be in the military. You could be out there in the civilian world. And once you retire and you get all these accolades or whatever that is, it's gonna be somewhere in a box. You know what I mean? But now with the chasing of stars, I'm gonna leave it right there. The chasing of stars.
Yeah, that's the larger.
That's the largest piece of the conversation. When I say by that, I don't think you have to necessarily chase stars. I just think you gotta do your job to the best of your ability and taking care of sailors, and everything else gonna fall in place for you. I'm not here to say that I'm gonna take a certain angle or a certain way. I'm gonna go by what's there already written for me to advance. Yes, I'm gonna do that stuff because I want to advance, right? So I may do that, but when I say chasing, I feel like you are doing something to get a leg up on something that everybody's going to probably be doing, or everybody going to try to do, to be successful. So I don't know about the chasing of stars in the way it was said when we come to chasing stars, right? I'm not finna go out here and take out Aaron legs, you know what I mean, to get a star. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm just gonna do my job every day, and I'm gonna try to do it at a high level. And then if I get a star, I get a star. Yeah. And I may be looking at it a little bit differently too. But I don't know. What y'all think?
I think it's people out here that's chasing stars, right? It's people out here that's chasing rank. I think that, and I want to get into that, but I also want to get into like people out here making people feel bad about whatever rank they're in. So I had an E1. He was an undez guy. He was in my division, and I remember when I didn't put on senior chief the first time. You know what I mean? I was a chief. I didn't put on senior chief the first time, and he tried to, he tried to clown me. You know what I mean? Because Matt put it on. Matt put on, and I didn't. He was like, "Damn, GSMC put it on, but you didn't. You put it on." Like, and it was like almost making it seem like that was like I wasn't like good enough, or like it's like, yo, dude, you don't understand nothing about the Navy's promotion process yet, right? Not even like a stab at him. You're just a E1. You don't understand nothing about Navy's promotion. So now I was talking to him about it. I'm like, man, I'm not even really focused on that right now. It's way too many elements of that you don't understand. And later in his career, he got ADSEP due to failure to adapt. Right. So he didn't make it.
Shocker.
Yeah, he didn't make it a year and a half in the military. And not clown him, but that's just the story of what happened. And I promise it ain't had nothing to do with him clowning me. Like, it wasn't like my big payback. Like, yo, but get him out of here. You know what I mean? But back to that, right? I just think we've now entered this realm where people put way too much sauce on that promotion shit and not enough sauce on doing the best you can where you are, right? And I want people to focus on, I don't think it's nothing wrong with promoting. You know what I mean? And I don't think you promoting means that you chose, like, that you didn't choose family, because I think is some places you could kind of go there too. Like, yo, put your family first. Like, do things to like show that. Be extra. I always tell people, like, the military is extraordinary. It's going to take extraordinary time away from you. You need to do extraordinary things. You need to be different, right? You need to do things. You need to do these gestures. You need to, kind of like make those moves. So, and you kind of pay that all back. But that whole like telling somebody you should be more worried about putting stars on you. No, be worried about like being there for your people, guiding them, teaching them, the taking care of them part of learning different languages, but guiding them, teaching them, mentoring them, and And like Damon said, like all the stars will fall in place. Don't sit there just, oh man, I'm not a senior chief yet. I need to do this and do that. Because to me, that's ingenuine, or disingenuous or whatever the word is. You know what I mean? So that's kind of my thoughts until you say something we talk about.
I want to quote my guy, Charles Davis. I'll talk about him later when we talk about our GOATs. But he told me, if you chase stars, you get lost in space.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's his line or he got somebody else. And, if you just do your job with distinction, like what Damon was saying, the stars are going to align to where you're going to get what's owed, what you earn. Now, with Josh being a corpsman, like me, I'm privileged to serve with and lead corpsman. That's the biggest rate, and it's the most competitive rate.
Right.
And I've learned intimately what goes into advancement for corpsmen, and they really, like, if you put some corpsman's records against another community's records, you'd be like, yo, man, this person that saved someone's life, did all this stuff, and you gotta do more. I'm like, wow. So for certain rates, like, they really have to do a distinction and above and beyond. It does lead to some people kind of like chasing certain collaterals to be extraordinary, but you gotta do it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
So I agree with Josh in the aspect of, his priorities. Now, I think he is right-centered in his mind. And I agree with him because guess what? His priorities are in order. His priorities are his family, and his development. Perfect. Nothing wrong with just doing your job, but if you want to excel at a higher clip, yeah, you got to put yourself in your arena and do the extraordinary stuff that you said, Damo. But for someone to clown him or attempt to say you should be chasing it, nah. Comparison's the thief of joy, man. You run your own race. If you are so concerned about when someone else picks up that pay grade, you're going to be floundering. There are peers I had that advanced faster than me. That was their race to run. And then all of a sudden, guess what? We're now at the same pay grade. That's how it goes, man. So serve distinction. Don't critique someone for, oh, you didn't do it. They got people who should have been Master Chiefs 2 times over, but they didn't because of the quota limitations and stuff that the military said they want X amount of people at this pay grade. And that's it.
Yeah. And did y'all submit packages every step?
No, I didn't submit every step.
Me either.
Let me see. I have, but one year I submitted one thing to clear up something that needed to be discussed. That's the only reason why I submitted it, because it's something to just clear up whatever I stood on my record. The other time I did put in a package, I wanted to emphasize certain things in accordance with my ladder or my holistic career path.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Damo.
I was about to ask you, what was you going to say?
Yeah, I also want to add, in that clip we heard from Josh, he wasn't saying he wasn't doing his thing, though. You know what I mean? He wasn't taking care of sales. I just want to put that out there. I just want to say that. That wasn't me, because I came off and I said something to, doing your job and everything will fall in place. I also want to say, I'm not saying that he wasn't doing his job. I'm just saying his priorities is focused on what his is focused on. And that's that. But also he's doing his job as a naval corpsman also.
Yeah. And hey, man, for the people that's out there thinking that it's certain things that you could do that's going to put you in this light, and I'm seeing it different now at just the seat I sit. I'm seeing people that think that FaceTime is going to get them, and I don't know if y'all seeing it. I'm seeing people that think FaceTime is going to get them good evals and good promotions and it's a nasty look. Like go do some work. You know what I mean? And I'm not sitting here trying to be like the driver, like go work. But some people spend way more time thinking about FaceTime and getting in the right rooms and just talking and just saying shit. It's like, yo, go do work. I got this thing I'm gonna shut up in a second, Aaron, because I see you saying, I got a thing I want to tell somebody, and I'm gonna say it soon. I'm just packaging it, but I'm gonna say, hey, answer me with your actions. Don't even answer me with your words no more. Don't even give me the idea no more. Just go fucking do it, yo. That chasing rank shit is nasty. Horrible.
I think the legacy of our last MIGPON, it's one part is the shift of, yo, man, like competency. Do you know your job? Remember, he always talks about his analogy about the flavor water. It looks this way, you know what I'm saying? It's like, right?
Yeah.
So with him and then with our current MIGPON, you better know your job. You got a bosun's mate and someone from that one community with our current MIGPON. Yo, man, yeah, you could be above and beyond, but you better be fundamentally sound in your rate. And then you could do the collaterals extra. We need those things, but you are paid to be, you're contracted to be an EM, a D seaman, a OS, a CS, an RP. Yo, you better be proficient at that. If not, I don't want to talk to you about advancing because, proof in the actions is going to show your candidacy for that next pay grade.
Yo, bro, look, man, I would say something. Yo, people be coming checking on me. Like, yo, I'm just checking on you, see if you need anything. Like, I don't need that. Like, I need you to go do some work, bro. I don't need nothing. Like,
you talking Chiefs or you talking like people in general?
I don't want to get.
I got you. I
don't want to like people listen, but like I don't need nothing. Go do work. If you are listening, go do your job. I've never been the kind of person that just go to my CMC. Like, yo, you need your light change. You need your light bulb change, man. I was like Christian. We come in here, we change. But with our job and even with Damon's job, I think, maybe with your job too, but with my job, I would get a natural, healthy amount of FaceTime because we go and do maintenance in these people's spaces every now and then. So it's a good opportunity, but I never was coming in like, hey, all your lights work? Like, what's up? Like, no, go do your job, dog.
I was raised a little different though. And I see it now. So it was more like, it wasn't saying, hey, what can I do for you? It's more of the we. Like, hey, if the first class, the second class has got it, everything's humming on my side of the field, on my division.
Yeah.
Hey, like I'll say, hey, go out the same. Say, hey man, what do we have that we need more traction on? What do we have? Now, what can I get off you? So what we working on? What we got? We as a mess. What can I do to grab something that needs some anchor power behind it?
Yeah, and let me clarify, because it happens a lot on this podcast where messages don't be clear. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when it's nasty. Like when somebody is nasty with it. Like that's what I'm talking about. And it's a different. I can't explain the difference, but we know the difference when somebody is nasty.
Sincerity can be conveyed. Is that you trying to get at?
Yeah. I know the difference when you just want FaceTime. When you think the more I see you, and then you're gonna be, no matter what you've heard me say, you're gonna still be surprised at your eval debrief because you think the more that I saw you, that gave you some extra credence. That's not what it is. And I'm not speaking specifically to the command that I'm at, so don't think that that's happening either. But that ain't what it is, And that's, again, to all of me, that's all that chasing the promotion shit. And a lot of people that be doing that, they don't, man, sometimes the Navy gods be doing right. Like, nah, dude, you're not making it this year,
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Hey, Aaron, what's up, man? Historical examples, just following orders going bad. What's up, dog?
So I'm not going to read off all of these. What I will say is I'll name them and then over to the listeners to make the smartphone smart, right? So the Wounded Knee Massacre, 1890. That was recently in the news because of something with a secretary reinstituting certain awards. But the Wounded Knee Massacre of 1890, the aforementioned My Lai Massacre of 1968, and that's spelled MY space LAI. The Haditha killings, 2005 in Iraq, that came from a sort of a revenge killings where you have some Marines who they lost some of their comrades and they just took it out on the civilian population. I can't even say this right. The Abu Ghraib, Iraq, 2003. The mistreatment of prisoners. All right. And then finally, I have another example, the Sand Creek Massacre of 1864. You had natives who were killed while under the banner of a neutral peace treaty. Like they still were attacked. So I'm bringing these up. You have historical values and examples. And then last, you've heard it in the news, dive into it. The Nuremberg trials. There's actually there's a movie about that this year. Just do the research, do the knowledge. There's a reason why, once again, in ELD, in our leadership courses, we talk about having the courage. So, yeah, I don't want to dive into all of them, but those are some examples of just following orders versus following lawful orders and, unlawful orders.
Yeah.
No political lightning rods. Don't come with no bullshit in the comments. Stand on history is right there. I promise you. Cast up talking stupid. I'll hop back in the comments too. Because even going back to the ATG shit, I didn't say screw ATG. I just said, yo, man, they're there to chests. I'm on rant. I just balled up.
I'm glad you are because I'm about to challenge it. So I'm glad you are.
Perfect.
You finish.
Perfect. Thank you.
The ATG shit, right? Because
it's the ATG shit. Yeah, man.
So
yes, that's a mark against your character. I'm like, what?
Yeah. But the ATG shit though, Aaron, and this might be an Aaron's hasn't been putting himself in front of social media for forever. But the ATG shit got a lot of likes, and a lot of really good comments and people that agree with you. And out of all of them, between TikTok and Instagram, I saw 2 people that didn't agree with you. And why do these 2 people that didn't agree with you out of the hundreds that did? Why are they? And this is a great conversation about just the way.
I'm glad you brought that up, brother. This is a nice clip right here. We have time to make a clip. All right. The reason why I allowed it to catch a nerve with me is the people. Okay. If my brothers who are Chiefs, right? Mm-hmm. If they saw it I don't agree with that, and they expound upon it, cool. I'm not gonna be like, who the hell are you? Nah.
Yeah.
That's somebody to mess, right? I'm gonna listen. Yeah. One is a CMC, and I've actually seen him in different groups, and I've followed him from afar, and I agree with a lot of things he puts out. I think he's sincere. The messaging, he carry weight, so I'll listen. Yeah. Another guy, he says something, but what got me was my character. Yeah. And I'm like, anybody I can stand on good faith. Anyone who serves me, anyone knows me that I might look angry faced now, but I'm a huggy bear at heart. You know what I'm saying? I got a big heart, right? Don't come in my character. Okay? Yeah. They say praise in public, reprimand in private. Now I'm on this platform and I'm saying things. You're in the arena, that means, hey, you know what? The challenges will come right there. Okay? Yeah. But if I'm of the opinion that if someone really cared that much about their brother in the mess, or especially someone who is wearing a command badge, put the thing for everyone to see. I'm with that, and then be like, yo, shoot a DM. Yeah, it ain't have to find. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not. Be clear, and they're not gonna listen to this. Some people. I'm not in disagreement with anything they said. Okay, yeah. But the character piece, I'm like, all right, okay. I didn't say screw an inspector or an evaluator. I just know that when they come there to test mission readiness, is your equipment good? That way you can carry the mission and bring your ass back home in one piece. That's the forefront, not cookies and putting in orders 2 days in advance for breakfast burritos or something like that. Okay? The primary thing is, readiness and training. And if I say put that at the forefront, I landed hard and I own that. I don't apologize for it, right? But yeah, just your character. You don't know my character. Just say you don't agree with the way I said it. You don't know shit about my character.
Yeah. So, I mean, so one of the things I do want to say about social media is people got to stop doing that shit in the comments. Like getting personal. Like that is like one of the things.
And I shouldn't let it get to me like that too. That's on me too, man.
I mean, it's okay, right? Because it happens when people get personal. Like we can have discourse about, and it's a couple things that happen in the comments. Like when a person introduces the answer, and a lot of people do this because it's a part of just story building. Like you say what you are or what you did, right? So people do that whether they say positive answers or not. But when you do that now, you add another piece of context to the conversation. So then when you do that and you say, hey, I'm this, I'm that, I'm a CMC, I'm whoever, then you do add a bit, you're adding your story there, right? So somebody gonna receive it in that way. In our clips, most of our clips, you don't hear what our rank is or what we do in the Navy. You just see us, right? And some people know we active because they know us. Some people don't know we active. Some people think we retired. And then others just know they have inclinations, right? So we don't even introduce that in our clips. If you listen to the episode, we introduce it. But the big piece that I really want to hit on is for everybody that make comments and stuff like that, we all got to get better at finding ways to just have discourse, disagree, say shit, have different opinions without personalizing it. Because people are very dynamic. Like somebody might have one opinion that you don't align with, right? But when you start coming at them about who they are as a person and their intentions and all of that shit, you just create a weird disconnect for no reason. And now they want you to send a pen, Aaron wants you to send a pen, my guy. Like, where you at? You know what I mean? Where you at?
And be clear, and you said that when he
just like, no, I'm just playing.
Say it, right? But then you say, hey, when you lead with, hey, I am command such and such or a captain.
Yeah,
I put even more stock into what you're saying. I'm gonna sit up.
Yeah,
and like I said, for those brothers, right? I value what you say. I take it to heart, and I self-evaluate. I'm not coming at your character. And if you were to say something again, I'm like, hey, all right, I'm definitely going to listen. I've seen some credibility to who you are behind your words.
I don't know who it is.
But,
I don't know who it was.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, it speaks to your character. You don't know my character. You know a reel of a couple seconds or minutes, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You come in a public forum, I could get answered in a public forum. But if you care that much, because it's us, call, DM, or follow up. But thank you for the commentary.
They be like, you could just tell. They be like, you could just tell what type of leader he is. You could just tell. I'm like, damn, for real? Damn. That's crazy. Hey, so real quick, I want to get into a rule, right? I got a question for y'all. It's one of those questions that y'all probably don't have an answer for, but something happened to me, so I just want to. So what's a recent rule that you broke, you didn't know about, but you still think is stupid?
I think the rule for me, Dumbo, I do got one, man.
Okay.
I think it's like, and I don't know how big. I don't know if this rule is base by base, but checking in with security, vehicle check-in with. I feel like that shit should travel. Like wherever you go, if you look my vehicle up, I'm a whatever I am, right? I feel like it should go. I should have to check in with every base that I go to. And I bring it up because I remember when I first went to the base in Bremerton, right? I got a ticket for parking in the wrong spot, right? Yeah. And I found out they hit me up. They wrote on the ticket, like, parked in the wrong spot, which I wasn't, but I just wasn't registered. They didn't know. You know, like, but it was for a khaki was parking there. So I got a hit for khaki and parking in the wrong spot. And I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, why? So, I mean, I get it. They got to know, but I feel like that shit should travel.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like if you don't tell me, you don't come see me and say, hey, is this in my check-in sheet or something to say, go check in with the fucking base? I'm not checking in with the base.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm just saying, I feel like it's a dumbass rule, man. I'll be honest with you. And I feel like that shit should travel with me wherever I go. You should automatically know same program, same every damn thing, and just be like, hey, this guy's in the military and he's a master chief and blah, blah, blah. I don't know.
You good over there, Aaron?
I just got this visual of David because I think the full Mississippi would have came out. What the fuck is this shit?
That's exactly what I was thinking, man. I got this bullshit on my windshield.
I just got this coming out happy. Like, what the fuck? Man, miss me with this bullshit.
I know it goes. I know it goes like for your security people out there. It's probably 3 different ways that can go. You probably saying, well, your fucking command should have had a little sticker on your damn window or some shit saying you was this. I don't fucking know. I just think it's dumb.
I saw the full Mississippi come out of David before, bro. It is how, we talked about it. It's like we talked about on a pod, but he got into it. It was a New Year's Eve party, man. We was out together.
Oh, shit, bro.
I think all of us got a gear, man.
Yeah, he almost got into a fight, man. And he looked like, damn, what's the wrestler dude, man? Black dude. He got into it with Stone Cold back. Booker T? Yeah, Booker T. Right? Dude name was Booker T, right? That was a wrestler before, right? Yeah. That's what he reminded me of. Like, I will break you. He said some shit like that to the dude. And that's what I told Angelina. I'm like, yo, we got to get this thing settled out.
Hey, I tell you what, dumbo. Hey, look, and I ain't saying I'm this crazy person or do crazy shit, but you wait till we get Carlos on the pod, man. Ask him some questions back in the day when we was together, man. Carlos,
come on, Los Slade,
man. Like, hey,
Los got it. You gotta get Los here. Los got to get too.
Hey, man, we get Los on the pod. Ask him some of them stories, bro. Back in the day, man. I used to be wild.
He's ready to hurt the dude, man. He look like Booker T over there, man. So here's a rule I broke, didn't know about, and I still think it's stupid. So when I go to the gas station, on base, right? Y'all probably do the same thing as me. Well, matter of fact, what do y'all do when y'all go to the gas station on base and it's a micro or mini mart that's associated with the gas station? What y'all do? How do y'all do that? You need gas and you want a snack. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm saying, hey, this on you, Aaron. I don't have that. I just have some gas station. Ain't nobody there. Ain't nobody nothing. It's just I pull up in there.
Well, any gas station, name it. Like even in the civilian world, you go to a gas station that's attached to a store.
Okay.
I mean, shouldn't you go in, do the 2-for-1, pay for your gas and your snack in one shot, and then come out pump your gas? Is that it? I don't know.
What do you do? I'm not asking like what you should do. What do you do when you go to the gas station? That like.
Okay, well, yeah, all right, 2-for-1. If I know I'm getting me a snack or something, I'll just pay for my gas inside.
You pay for your gas inside?
If I'm getting a snack, I mean, sometimes I ain't thinking, I'm definitely gonna do this. Like, I'm just like, all right, 2-for-1.
Where do you park? Where do you park at?
I'm at the pump.
Okay, all right, that's what I need to hear. What about you, Damon?
Hey, man, I think your questions, you kind of targeting me, man. I don't know.
No, I'm saying, wait, I'm parking at the pump. I'm doing my whole credit card thing or debit card thing I'm going to do.
Okay, so you don't pay inside like Aaron.
Nah, I ain't paying inside. Nah. And I'm going in and get a snack. I'm going to pay. Right?
I'd rather pay at the pump, man. Damn.
I'm going to pay at the pump, and then I'm going to go in and get my snack. That's what I'm going to do.
All right, so that's normally what I do, right? I pull up to the pump, right? That's what we say, pump way too much. I pull up to the pump, and I pay.
You pull up to the pump, huh?
Yeah, and I pay at the pump, right? And then I go into a store and I get my snack, right? So I'm on JBAB, right? Now remember, these rules that you broke and didn't know you broke, and you still fucking think that it's a bullshit rule. So I'm on JBAB, like I'm always on JBAB. I pull up to the pump, like I always pull up to the pump on JBAB. I pay for my gas. I put, I go ahead and start filling my tank, and then I go to grab a snack. As I'm going to grab the snack, one of the people that worked there is just so happened to be walking out. Oh, hey, by the way, you have to be next to your car while you're pumping gas. I say, what? You know, and I ain't say nothing. I'm like, oh, okay, I don't like being the person that's causing that. But I'm looking for signs that say that. Where does it say you gotta be? So now I gotta sit here and wait for the gas to pump, go park, and then go to the store. I can't just do this shit in one shot. You know, and maybe I'm. Hey, before you say anything, this person, right, just so happened pictures to be on the wall because they the employee of the month and shit. like, so they just don't employ of the month shit.
Double, you got me beat. That is the most dumbest shit I ever heard in my life, man. Like, you telling me I got to stand right here by the car? Get out of here, man. I never heard that before. That's why he won Employee of the Month. He enforced that shit. If it's a rule,
it was a lady.
That's probably why he Employee of the Month. He probably enforced that shit.
Yeah, bro. Like, nobody else ever enforces this. Like, and here you go. And this, and all I had to do. So now I know you that person that hate to see empty cars when you walk out. There's another empty car out here. They are not following the rule. But it's like, where the rule at?
That's crazy.
You know? And somebody probably know, hey, dog, the rule right there over the ice machine. You know, like, I would have never saw that shit. Like, yeah, so that's my rule that I recently found out that I was breaking it.
He says a rule. I think I'm breaking the law, man. I don't know. That plastic bag tax he's supposed to pay?
Yeah.
So like,
yeah, you breaking the law. I know what you're about to say.
Damn.
I know what you're about to say.
So then if
what you about to say? What you about to say?
So I don't do it no more. But if I go up there, right, and I'm paying, and then if that joint says, I'm just feeling petty because words matter. It's like, how many bags would you like to pay for? Would I? None of them shits. Zero. Right? So my son, he just, Captain America, dude, raised him right. Hey, Dad, you've got to pay for the bag. I'm like, yeah. What are you doing? It's 5 cents, man. All right. So, he did it to his mom too. So that's one thing I did do before. I don't do it no more.
How many bags do you get when you say you do a zero? I need about 12. I got to triple this one. I got to meet this one. I'm going to double this one. How many bags do you get? A lot?
Hey, man, I tell you, speaking of bags, man, I never thought I would be where I'm at right now. And Ella got me we done bought the bags, got them in the back of the car. I never thought that'd happen,
bro.
I got a little collection now of the pre-bought, bags sitting in there. Yeah. I never thought I was going to be there, man.
Bro, even if I have them, I don't take them out the car. Like, even if I did have it, like, I get out the car, be like, damn, man, it would have been a good time to bring the bag. You know what I'm saying?
But Dumbo, I go back, I do the same thing. But then when I get to the car, I end up putting them in the bag. Crazy work. Crazy. Yeah. Oh, man.
All right, we had last week we had a big time guest on our last episode, right? We had Thais Presley, and he did the top 5 GOATs, and I know Aaron was there, y'all, for the listeners. So he had to get edited out of the pretty much most of the episode. We had to edit. So Aaron was there, but it was a disconnect, and his audio and video didn't come in. So I just want to, shout out the engineer or the editor of that episode who was able to make that episode still sound like a really good conversation while removing Aaron from the episode, right? I talked to Aaron about this early in the week. I'm like, hey, how'd the episode sound? He was like, one of my homies heard it and said, hey, something was missing without you. Hey, to Aaron's homie. I get it. You like Aaron. That's your man. You know what I mean? And you might love what he adds to the pie. I love it too. You know what I mean?
However...
No, I ain't even going to say it. The episode was dope. It definitely, for the listeners, if y'all want to know a lot what was missing from the episode, Aaron did this good juxtaposition about like sports, pretty much sports metaphors throughout most of it, because it was comparative to like the GOAT Locker Hall of Fame. That and a lot of me jealous that Aaron was able to come up with this unique juxtaposition. So I was trying to make light of it. So it was a lot of the comedy most of the funny parts of the episode are gone. It was some funny ass parts.
Yeah,
Like, it was
and
some
you
funny parts.
going down Broad Street, going hard Philly for like 30 minutes. Me and Damon like, okay, it's a Philly pod now.
So it was 30 seconds into a Philly conversation, Aaron was like, oh, here y'all go. Talk about it was literally 35 seconds. He's like, oh, here we go. Like, so some of that got removed. But one of the major things that got removed was Aaron, he was talking about one of his goats that he look up to. And I mentioned in the beginning of the pod, and one of them passed away. And then Aaron introduced the whole top 5 conversation about his top 5 goats. So that was one of the things that was missing, and I want us to be able to bring that into this one. Aaron wanted us to be able to bring that into this one. So here we are.
I'm up.
What you got?
All right, man. Hey, this was hard for me, first off, man. I'm going to tell you that. And I'm top
leave me out. Damon. Don't even put me in.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave you out.
Cover other people.
Yeah,
cover some other people.
I'm gonna leave Aaron out. I'm gonna leave Aaron out, and I'm gonna leave Dumbo out, man. But I just want you guys to know, man. This like Stephen A. say, man. This list is fluent. You know what I mean? It's fluent.
It's your list, man.
My list. It could change tomorrow, right?
Stand on that.
But I want to say first off, hey, my first 2 Chiefs, right? And everybody can't say that, right? Mm-hmm. I had one chief in, man. I came in the Navy, humble little dude. I was trying to be the best I can be. Everybody gave me, love, saying, hey, keep doing what you're doing when I was young. I had this one chief, man. He was on my ass, bro. My first chief was on my, hey, you need to do X, what? Well, don't say that. You gave me a look when I said that. But hey,
no,
I want to say
he was on my ass. You need to do X, Y, Z.
Hold up. That came out wild. That was crazy work. That was crazy. Hold up. Let me slow that down. But hey, he was on me, man. Yeah. He was on me, even though I was, getting accolades and I was doing things. He was still, pushing me and wasn't giving me those, pat on the backs, you know what I mean? Saying you doing great. No, motherfucker, keep going. You should be here. You should be there. Right. My second chief, his name was Terry Nash. Right. Mm. And my first chief, I don't even know his first name. You guys know back in the day, you ain't know first names, right? With chief, but his last name was Deese, man, the DCC, man. And this dude, he was more like one of those guys, man, that was talking to me. We had a lot of one-on-ones, and he really shifted my focus when it came to things I should be doing in the Navy or things I should be trying to highlight or my focus on this and that. And I really remember that. So I want to shouts out to him for that, man. It was Deese, man. Now, my third one, man, is from afar. Never really met him. I was at the SCA and he spoke at the SCA. But I've been following ever since, I knew about him. And that's retired Fleet Kemp. Mm-hmm. Right? And everything he do, man, everything I know about him, some of the speeches he done before, I pulled something out of that.
Yeah.
Right? I pulled some out of this. I pulled some out of that. Really a person that I kind of look up to and be like, man, he's doing it on a high level. And he was one of the people I first seen that was doing it at that level. You know what I mean? Yeah. At the fleet level that came and actually talked to us and stuff like that, man. So shouts out to him. One of my top 5, man. The next person I'm gonna say in here, man, that don't even know this, but I really looked at him from afar and how he did business, man. Me and Dumbo, we always talk about Angelo on the pod on how Angelo do, but it wasn't Angelo, man. Angelo, great, does big things. He one day can fluent list. He'd probably be in my top 5. But it was Cobb, man. Aaron Cobb, man.
Yeah, Cobb.
Man, look, Cobb was one of those guys, man, was very smart, right? But it wasn't about him being very smart. I felt like his words and the way he chose them and the way he said them, it just made sense. And he did it. Everyone, wanted to hear. He got up and spoke about something. He had everybody's attention, right? He was, even when he was teaching, he wanted to teach chiefs, right? Yeah. Not just, out there doing this. It's like chiefs and how we was thinking and what we was doing. And I want to give a shout out to Aaron, Cobbler, man, good dude, man. Wish I talked to him more. That's number 3. Number 4.
No, that was number 4. Wasn't it?
No, I had my first 2 chiefs. No, that was number 4. You're right.
Yeah.
Number 4. Number 5 is Jay Montanero.
Okay.
Right? Good friend, right? Good friend of mine. We talk right now and all the time. We're on the same base right now. But the reason why Jay Montanero is in my top 5, man, is because we was chiefs together, right? And I was a new chief, been in like maybe a year or two when we met. I was a chief for a year or two. And we met, man, and this guy was a chief also. And he gave me the blueprint on what I need to do at this command. Do X, Y, and Z, and we was competing against each other. You don't see that no more, man. You don't see, it's all about a competition. It's all about where you going and I'm going, blah, blah, blah. But this guy, talked to me in a way and helped me, become pretty much kind of who I am when it comes to whatever, man. Cause I left that command and that next, I did X, Y, and Z, and I left there number 1 right after that. Right? Yeah. You know what I mean? Number 1 back-to-back, twice back-to-back because of things that he said to me, and we was the same rank. You know what I mean? Sooner or later, he made Senior Chief right after that. But I'm saying, at the time, we was the same rank. And you just don't see stuff like that no more, man. And he's the same person today, man. He never too high, never too low, just, a good leader, man. So he's my number 5, man. And like I said, the list is fluent. We should do this probably once a quarter and probably have a different list. That's all I got, man.
Okay. I'm going to go in next. I got an honorable mention. Excuse me. Honorable mention for me is...
An honorable mention? What is this,
Ain't no honorable mention, dog. Ain't no honorable mention, man.
Honorable mentions, man.
It's 3 of us and 2 of us. We ruling out honorable mentions, bro.
Honorable mentions over with, man. You gotta make a decision, Aaron.
You could have gave us another one because I feel like he had more coming.
Honorable mention, bro.
No.
Because whoever it is you think is listening and they're going to say something.
It's fine. Okay. All right. My number 1. All right. Retired CSCS Charles Davis, Chuck Davis.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Reason I nominated him, well, he's my number 1 is because he taught me how to be a chief on a brother level. Met him on McCampbell. I just pinned. He came from Fitzgerald, and he was gritty, man. He was a CS that ran VBSS, Decade, ATTT, everything. And we had no DCC for a while. And it was him and the top snipe running damage control efforts. He did that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he should have been a Master Chief. His record stands on anybody. He was gritty. He was stubborn for all the right reasons, man. So the respect he had as a CS, yeah, man, I love that dude. Yeah, so Charles Davis, and I want to tell his son and daughter, GM2 Isaiah Davis and MASA Jay Davis, hey, your pops is a real one. All right. Number 2, Vicky Patton, ITCS. She was screened for Master Chief, but she went in and retired due to the marketplace, some shenanigans, different conversation. But to me, Vicky was the most capable and best chief leader that I served with. She ran radio, and she had a whole team full of guys that had a fractured workspace. The culture was bad, and she got there, and she just earned their respect. She held them accountable, and Vicky just had to respect the entire command effortlessly. Overqualified, so yeah. My number 3, Dean Howell. Reason being for me, Dean, a lot of things that I do as a CMC, I learned based off of watching Dean. Dean took the job when it was gapped on McCampbell, and the culture we had on that mess where the Chiefs were empowered. Our DRBs were legit. It was fact-finding. The McCampbell mess during that time from, 17 to 2021, to say it was respected, and it was in the best messes forward deployed you could be. So for Dean advocated for me for a lot of things, but Dean showed me how to shape the culture of a mess, history piece, the networking piece. Yeah, so that's for Dean. My next one is going to be Dane Badami, OSCS retired. He was the biggest asshole I've ever met in my life. But he knew his stuff. He was hardcore. If you go in combat, he knew everything. Everything. He was like the pinnacle operations specialist. He knew what was going on. He had TAOs shook if they didn't know their stuff. And then my final one, I can't do my honorable mention. So I'm going to give Sue Whitman. Reason being is because I met her one time, right? But her influence of people that have mentored me, going back to my analogy about coaching trees, they all had a bead with Sue Whitman every time. So I was mentored by her through other people. So Sue Whitman. My honorable mention, I can't mention it, but it might be on Damo's list,
bro. What's your honorable mention?
Go ahead, man. Please say it. Please.
April Bell, though, man. That's the first CMC, like what Ty said last week. That's the first CMC I remembered. She came to Vincent from RTC, her impact. And then another case of like other people like Courtney, or people who mentored me or had influence on me was through April Bell, though. And the battles that she fought that we don't know about, I have to mention her. So thank you for that. There we go.
Yeah. This was hard for me. This wasn't easy. This wasn't easy. I had a hard time with it. And I actually, to the point I ain't write it down. I'm gonna just get y'all who I could think about right now. And I've thought about it a little bit as y'all been talking, but I ain't write it. This top 5 GOAT shit. This shit ain't easy for me, y'all. I'm sorry.
It's not.
But like, and I don't mean it ain't easy because it's like, I don't mean it ain't easy for the same reasons why it's probably not easy for you, bro. It's just different reasons. It's different reasons. I wasn't. So my first chief, right? My very first chief, John McIntyre. The reason being is because he did the right things when they needed to be done for us. He was one of them chiefs that you didn't always see, but he was somewhere getting shit done for us. Like he wasn't like off the ship or nothing. He was somewhere getting stuff done for us. So I appreciated that about him. And we didn't spend much time together. He left sometime like a year or two after I got to the ship, but he was the man. He got shit done. He got me in the rooms I needed to be in at the right times. My second chief, the guy who replaced him, as you think it could get no better, the guy that replaced him, if I had to rank him, I'm not ranking him. If I had to rank him, he would be number 1. He's the most influential person on my career. He just was there, man. He was like dad. You could connect with, he took care of us, man. And you could connect with him. I could talk to him about things. He was relatable. He just was that guy, man. I heard stories about him fighting for us. It be times where I do something stupid, then I run at him, and then it's like on some Godfather type stuff. It's good. Don't even worry about it. It's done type stuff. So his name's Kareem Washington. I love that dude. My number 3 is one of Aaron's, actually. Suze Whitman. She was my first CMC ever. And she was dope. I mean, to have her as a CMC is, as your first one in the Navy, that's so impactful in the career, just to have that type of first tour. That Villa Golf from 2007 to 2012 was an amazing tour. Then this is where it gets hard for me, y'all. So I'm sorry. So my first tour, yes. It gets hard for me after that. I would honestly put 6 to 7 people from the Chiefs mess when I was on the Peralta. Damon would be in there at number 4. And so that's kind of where it really gets hard. And I really can't, I'm sorry. I know we kind of got at you for the honorable mentions, but I really can't separate that. So that's where I say it's kind of hard. Because and I'm speaking on times where Chiefs were influential to me, right? I'm not always the person that's influenced by people and things and shit like that, or want to be like people or aspire. Like I always kind of drum to my own beat, but that's why. And then number 5, I'm sorry I couldn't give a 4. Number 5 is another tie-in is Raymond Kemp as well. And it don't got nothing to do with Navy shit. I wasn't really tapped into Raymond Kemp in the time that he was, doing his thing. But I've been tapping into him more. Like recently, we just talked today or whatever. I've been tapping into him a little bit, like just on some Thanksgiving holiday type stuff. So, and I told him today, I said, hey, we appreciate your light. Like, a lot of people, we still looking toward that light. So, and going back, doing my deep dive on him, learning and hearing stuff about him and, April Bell doing all of them. Like, so I would put him at, and it's a couple of them, the retired ones that I like, they influential on me now. So that's kind of where my, mine is based off of who was able to, I didn't have all those in the pocket moments where somebody grabbed me up and was like, yo, I'm going to take care of you, bring you here, bring you there, do this. I didn't have all of that. I was always in my pocket. Like I had a bad relationship with the mess for a long time. So mine's a little different, but the ones that I named, they some real ones and they the one,
Yeah. Hey, also let me add one thing with Raymond Kemp, man. Like I know he was on the pod. I said I didn't talk to him. I wasn't on the pod for that week that time he was in there. So I really haven't like talked to him, or nothing like that. But yeah, very influenced.
Yeah, and I'm sorry if I made it weird, y'all, but
Nah, like you talked about your floor, you talked about that collective. I thought about that too. Like I think there's something to where you could say a collective as a mess could influence you as a unit. Yeah, that could be a whole different conversation. Like, yo, this command's mess at this time. They're hitting on all cylinders that influence me. So
Aaron, let me tell you, that mess, it was some leaders in there, man. It was some leaders in that mess, man. When I first got there, I got there as a chief. And when I got there, I was like, oh my goodness, this is gonna be a great, I don't go to too many messes like that, man. You go there, you're like, oh man, this is gonna be a great time right here, man. Like, because you kind of understand, like, I want to say this, man, and we don't go to many, messes like that. We don't know the culture. We don't know nothing yet. We just step into it. I was never worried about what I can do as a damage controlman. Because I came from ATG. I know what rights look like. I done led sailors. I've been doing damage control my whole career. I wasn't never worried about, the X's and O's of damage control. Yeah. Right? I was more worried about, the mess stuff, like what's going to be going on in here and there and how we're going to function as an engineering department and all this type of stuff, right? And man, when I got there, man, and it was a pre-com and I met like the first 3 or 4 chiefs, man. And I met the first 2, which was Aaron and Cobb. And then it was me at the command at the time.
Well, Angelo and Cobb.
Angelo and Cobb. I met them in Maine, right? And then, of course, we had other people in San Diego still, like other chiefs there. But they was the first 2 I actually like met when I got to Maine, man. And I said, oh, shit, we good, right? I was like, no shit. I was like, we good in the mess, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's good stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, just proof positive about that mess. Look at the sellers that were first classes at the time. Look at the sellers that were second classes at the time.
Yeah, man.
Some of the ones that were second classes, they didn't retired as chiefs already. You know what I mean? Or more.
Chiefs.
So yeah, Chiefs. So definitely for sure.
Yeah. Oh man. Hey, so I got this thing, man, about myths, man. And I don't know if it's gonna be a segment or not or whatever, man. But you guys may not speak on it, may not speak on it. But one of the myths in the Navy, man, is the Navy hasn't changed myth, right? And we didn't heard it before. If you've been in long enough, you probably heard ain't nothing changed since I came in. But let me tell you, a lot have changed since we came in, man. So I give you guys a couple of them, man. Like the advancement, the parental leave. I can just go down the list of a lot of the alcohol, sexual assault, suicide prevention programs. All this stuff is different, man, than it was back in the day. Diversity and inclusion, right? Leadership accountability stuff that then changed. And I had a lot of stuff written down, but it was one of my myths to say, man, like we just myths alone, the Navy hasn't changed is really not, correct. A lot of things have changed in the Navy since since the time I came in 27 years ago and how we do things now. So when we say those things, and especially in front of a big group, and that's kind of where I kind of got it from too, man. We talking to sailors, and I hear the word, "Oh, the Navy hasn't changed that much," no, the Navy has changed a lot.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to bring that up and say that. What you guys' thoughts on that, if you have any?
I just think we have to recalibrate our knowledge to the changes. I think a lot of the newer people that we were in since everything was being done for us, right? Like, and y'all's probably different than mine. I joined in 2007, but like the admin stuff, the personnel stuff, like all that shit. So the only thing we had to worry about was BMR and our in-rate knowledge, right? That's what we kind of had to learn. When I was a junior sailor, that's what I was worried about learning, not processes, how to do this, how to do that, this, how the advancement system works and all that. I wasn't focused on that. I was focused on that. But now as we've been in and we getting in leadership positions and these things are changing, we gotta read up and like actually read shit. And we talked about what happens when a sailor goes UA and what we do, right?
Yeah.
And it's a Milpers man for that. We could have easily, like in that episode, we could have easily pulled up the Milpers man and went over the actual procedures to how to do it. But we get so used to our tribal knowledge and what we've learned. And what we learned is what's in line with the procedure, but it's actual Milpers man for that. I think it's 1600, 120. I think I could be wrong. It could be a different number, but yes. So yes. So that, yeah. So yes, things change. I agree. A lot of things change, but I think some of us old heads need to learn a lot of those new changes and get, like, we still don't know the damn blended retirement system. Huh? Like, don't nobody really know that. You know what I mean? Like, when we were coming in, it seemed like the old heads knew everything. You know what I mean? And like that, we like shit and change, man. We gotta buckle down and learn this shit.
Facts.
I'll close it out, man. I think going back to Damon, you hit it on the head, man. You called out, you cited all of the changes. You, Damo, you was like, us, of the old guard, we need to get up to breast, but also I think we need to offer the younger generation or the new folks a point of reference. Like, hey, we live in the day, Damon and I can say we live in the pre-NPC day and a pre-My Navy HR. Give them the point of reference that they know that, no, hey, man, the status quo now came because of things that weren't in place before. And once you say that, then you'll know that, hey, man, no, yeah, we actually have changed. The accessibility to leadership, to me, that is the biggest thing, the biggest change that I've seen in my time. Yeah. We've gone from being a chain of command of someone as a picture on the wall to someone you say you have conversations with and interactions with.
Yeah, I just want to come back and correct one thing. Now, Milpers Man 040 is the one about UA, the one I was talking about. The 120 is if somebody failed to show up to the PCS, like if somebody failed a PCS. And, I've been entrenched in both of them. So that's why I was confused. You know which one?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Got this new trend of kids jumping parents, to me, is not a new trend. We just in an era of people posting all the videos that, like, so recently Chicago, these kids was trying to jump a kid and they jumped the mom too. And I think she was pregnant and she had another little kid with her. And these are younger kids, like 10, 12. And then it happened in Maryland just a couple of days later. A mom got jumped with her kid in Maryland. I'm going to tell y'all, I'm coming up from Philly. It's not a new trend. I used to see kids run up in houses and beat up the mom and the family and all that when they trying to get to your kid. I just think we in this new trend of people. I just saw the Ray J video. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think we in this new trend of just people posting everything that they do on video. So,
yeah, I agree with you, man. Look. I don't think I never told this story on here, man. But when we was in Bremerton, DJ got jumped. My youngest son got jumped, right? And it was on video. And they started showing it on video. Like, we didn't know what was going on. But of course, Mama Bear went after it, went after it all when it happened. But I'm just gonna say, man, like the video and stuff, man, like DJ was, pretty much they got it all on video, man. He was walking, got pushed from the back. Dude got over him trying to hit him or whatever. He wasn't really hitting him or nothing, but guy was videoing it and stuff. And it went around, bro. Like it went around the whole thing. And to be honest with you, DJ got kind of like praised for not fighting back, but he got home. It ain't gonna be no praise for not fighting back. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But he didn't fight back. The coaches praised him for that, not trying to get up and fight back and all that stuff. But, it's just one of those things where the video camera is always out.
Yeah.
And it's always being taped and put online somewhere. So it's just something, you're right. It just happens.
Well, something that wasn't in the permission to speak freely bingo card. What did Joel Santana say?
Oh, he was on, I forgot the pod. It popped up. He was like, yo, man, really, after like 9th grade, you don't need to read no more, man. You don't need books. You don't need to read. You should learn to like start your business and get money. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't need to read? What? Yeah. What are you talking about? And then the guy pushed back. He was like, yo, but like, how can you be financially literate if you're not literate? And then Joel's is like, well, I mean, like, I go on YouTube. I'll listen to the book right there. Or Cass could tell it to me. Like, I don't need to read like that. Ain't that tough? Reading ain't too tough. And I heard that, and my skin crawled. And I'm like, that's got to be the dumbest shit I've ever heard. And he's not the only person that feels like that. There's one dude in the pod. The dude's like, yes. And I'm like, we are just barreling towards idiocracy being an actual legit stuff, like an actual existence. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
I mean, I think we barreling toward idiocracy being that if we are listening to Joel Santana and taking that shit serious, bro. It's Joel's, bro. Like, so I did you see what Kev on stage said about it? Like, Kev on stage,
he said,
I don't. So Joel's like, he pronounced like something wrong, like literacy. He pronounced the word wrong. He was like literal C or something. And Kev on stage was like, hold on, let's stop right there. He was like, if the guy pronounced literacy wrong, then he's probably not the guy to listen to about literacy. Number one, I saw what Joel's did the Run DMC and them son in the park back in the day or whatever. And Joel's got some of my favorite songs on Dipset album or whatever. So I love Joel's. I think what Joel's did here was try to stay in pocket in the bad take on the podcast for just too long. And podcasters do that a lot. Like they try to live in the bad take. Like I think that's what happened because they started going down the line. He like, yeah, you could do audiobooks. And some of what he's saying is not necessarily like totally wrong. Like people could listen to audiobooks and stuff like that. But no, you can't discount the importance it is to be literate and read and stuff like that. Like you can't discount that. And I think, like I said, I think Joel's just hung on to that point a little longer than he should have. So I did see the clip.
Yeah, reading is fundamental.
Yeah, I think you have a spot every episode about how important it is to read.
Because, fam, like, to be in the information age, social media age, we shouldn't be this stupid. Some of us, man, it takes equal amount. I'm of the opinion it takes in today's age, it takes equal amounts of effort to be misinformed, willfully misinformed, and informed. And that's crazy. You know, if I had my DD214, I'd elaborate further. Mm-hmm. But, you know, yeah, man, just do better with that, man. God.
Yeah. Yeah. Y'all saw old girl got kicked out, right? The Collins, Kanisha Collins.
Nah.
She got like 5 days and like that story, but we're not gonna keep bringing it back to the pod. But yeah, I think that's a dynamic story that one day should be discussed in some kind of way. What's this last thing you got on here, Aaron, man?
What was that?
About air travel.
Air travel.
Oh, yeah. The Secretary of Transport He said,
For the people that wonder why I was debating with Aaron about politics, right? Because the debate wasn't the greatest. But like, this is why. This, whatever he about to say, and I don't even know what he about to say. This is why I do not follow this shit. The Secretary of what?
Transport.
Okay.
Who was a prior reality TV quote unquote star. Hurry up.
Hold on before you finish. I'm sorry to cut you off. The dude, the health dude, right? It's Dr. Oz, bro. Like, do you guys realize the health? Like what is he? What is he?
This new dude?
The Department of Health dude. What is he? What's his title?
I don't know,
before
man.
you finish, because I mean, we can't be surprised. Dr. Oz, y'all know who Dr. Oz is from TV?
The show, yeah. He's over the Department of Health.
Dr. Oz is the health dude.
Shit,
Dr. Oz is our health dude, yo. Like Dr. from the TV. Like,
I'll let the DD214 people comment about that.
Am I
in
wrong?
Detail.
Can I not talk about that? Dr. Oz is the administrator. Is that wrong? Is that like something I can't say?
I don't think so.
When I saw Dr. Oz up there talking about fucking, what was he talking about? It wasn't Campbell soup. It was Tylenol. It was when I saw Dr. Oz up there. I was like, what Dr. Oz doing? Bro, Aaron, it's Dr. Oz, bro.
I'm aware.
Dude from TV, bro, like the CW.
Hey, don't make me dive into it, man.
Dr. Oz is wild. But who the dude you talking about? What's the dude you? I don't think we can't like laugh that Dr. Oz is in front of us talking about Tylenol, bro.
I don't think so either, man.
I just don't think Dr. Oz is entertaining, bro. Like,
who put him there?
You did that. Like you did that.
I didn't make Dr. Oz.
No, I'm saying you added that point.
Word. Yes. Yes. All right. So the transport dude, right? Can't remember his name. Pull it up. He just said, I want to see people look more civilized in their travel attire.
Right.
I see pajamas and bonnets and yo, man, shut up. We got people, we got planes crashing and people spending crazy amounts of carry-on. Shut the fuck up, man. Yo, worried about that? Like, people can't even catch their flights on time. He talking about somebody wearing some damn sweats.
Turn C-SPAN off, bro. Turn this shit off, Aaron, man.
Say what?
Stop watching C-SPAN, bro. Turn CNN off, bro.
That came across complex on IG. Y'all think that I'm like just diving into the 24-hour news cycle. Fam, I went up, did a scroll. It was like, the Giants suck again and they're not living in the playoffs or this or that. And it's like, yo, man, buddy said this. And it's like the comments and the internet just having fun with it. But I saw, I was like, yo, you worry about the wrong shit.
You gotta You know what I did when I saw Dr. Oz talk about Tylenol, bro? You know what I did? I turned that shit off, bro.
Yeah, until something happens. Yo, why are we like this? Oh, because no one checked this.
I said, there goes Dr. Oz, bro. I turned that shit off so fast, bro.
Hey, man, this shit had got Aaron ass turned up. Aaron is crashing out.
Aaron is allergic reaction to dumb shit. It makes me itch. You know what I mean?
Turn that shit off, bro, for real.
Oh, shit, man, that's crazy.
I got one last, like, we ain't even do, well, this is my do better. I got one last thing, man, before we go, man. I'm kind of happy that we came close to 3 hours on the holiday season. But Sim, got a chief. Just checked in my command, same time as me. Right? Just finished the chief season, went through the chief season, went to RDC training because it's a part of the billet at my command, ceremonial guard. Right? He was a guardsman before. So he already knows like how to do the ceremonial like moves and marching and all that shit. He qualified in record time. You know what I mean? To me, like he got there, he passed me, man. I'm like, I got like 3-4 months left before I'm qualified. You know what I mean? He already qualified and all that. So he's qualified. He took like 3-4 collaterals. He knocking shit out the park, bro. Amazing, Chief. You know, came through a couple of months ago that he was up for orders because of sim. You know, and it's like, well, what do we do? How can we keep this guy? You know, so it was a couple trying to do the ARA thing, and there's a couple, luckily something else happened that we had a chance to do something else. I can't get into that to see if we could kind of keep him. Then it was like, well, let's see if he could get orders, but you got to compete for those orders. So he lost out on the orders, and it's a chance that we're going to lose this guy already, that he's going to get orders. So we're going to lose him next year. And on top of this, he been geo-bashed from his wife already for like 3 years because she lives here. So he's finally with his wife. He was a guardsman before. He's already trained and qualified. He already took over. He's already doing funerals. He already took over funerals. And lastly, he's finally with his wife after 3 years. And now we might lose him due to sim. I'm not happy about that.
Yeah. I think Dumbo with that, man, is that sometimes things are situational. I get what we doing with the Sims program and blase and all this stuff, but some of these situations need to be talked about. You know what I mean? Because some of them are crazy. Some of them, like I got you. Everything you were saying right now makes sense to me. Let's figure out how we're gonna keep this sailor here.
Right.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah.
But we always go back to, well, we do this for this person. We got to do it for everybody. No, we don't.
Yeah.
No, we don't. It's situational. Some shit is need to be talked about. But yeah, that's the crazy sim. So, Dumbo, one more question. You saying he was already there as a first class and he picked up?
No, he wasn't there. Like, no, he was somewhere else. And then he got sent to Great Lakes to go to RDC school.
Okay.
So he couldn't come there. But I guess he probably got the orders as a first class and picked up. Whenever he got his orders, he was a first class and he picked up. The command don't necessarily have a billet for his rate, but it's the ceremonial guard. We don't necessarily. So the billet is a BMC billet, right? So it's a BMC billet. So I could see where having a BMC matters, but it don't matter as much. It's a ceremonial guard. He was a guardsman before. So now he lost the billet. He lost the job to another sim person, of course, who we want to promote, who never was a guardsman. So now this person, when they come, they're going to have to go through the whole training pipeline and go to RDC school and go. Like, we already got all this done. You know, so now I'm just talking a little bit. I am on the other side of this, like having conversations about like, hey, what can we do to keep him here? But this here is an example of, and honestly, in my opinion, I shouldn't be having so many conversations. Like, hey, let's keep him here. Like, why are we doing all of this complicated shit about this? Like, let's keep him here, man. It shouldn't be this, that. And I'm not mad at a person, a program, a policy. I'm just frustrated at the situation. And I wish it wasn't this fucking difficult to keep somebody here that's here, trained up, ready to go, has experience. And oh, by the way, on a personal side, let's give him a little bit of time with his wife. She got like a job in DC or something that she's not like leaving. You know what I mean? So I just don't like this. You know what I mean? And I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah. Red tape. Break through the red tape, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Let's make it easy.
Yeah, make it easy. I'm with you. Hey, so my do better is pretty quick too, man. My do better is, hey, don't be mad at me when I caught you, man. Why you mad at me, man? Like, I'm not saying this is about sailors. It's about all sailors or anything like that, man. But I was coming out of the NEX, man. A sailor is probably about 10 or 15 feet away from his vehicle while I'm walking to my vehicle and I'm in uniform. And the sailor is talking on the phone, no cover on, no nothing. He just pacing, but he pacing 10, 20, 30 feet away. And I haven't said anything. I'm just walking there, right? I'm just walking to my car. Mm-hmm. But I feel like I'm going to say something, though. I know he think I'm looking at him. So my thing is to look at the sailor to know that I see him. You see me coming, right? So I'm looking at him, right? So I see him start making hand gestures and stuff, and he walked real fast back to his car. He get in his car. My job is done. I just don't want you to be out there. You know what I mean? Somebody else to say something to you. I feel like that's it. So as I'm seeing him do all these hand movements and I can see him talking about me in the car and stuff, my thing is, you're wrong, though. At the end of the day, I didn't go talk to him. I feel like I didn't have to go talk to him. But I seen that he was visually mad at me for walking towards him to tell him, hey, you can't be out here like that with a cover on and stuff like this. So I see him in the car being vicious. Like, he was pissed. Yeah. Now, I know he talked about me because he looking at me. He even pointed at me one time. I'm like, bro, I'm just, trying to help you out, man. That's what I want to tell him, bro. I'm just here to help you out, man. I don't want all these people coming to talk to you, man. I'm just here to help, man. That's it. He was pissed, bro. I'm telling you, he was hot.
Yeah. Good over there, Aaron?
Yeah, I ain't gonna do better. I'm good.
Hey, y'all, look, we didn't want to be here, y'all, but we hung out with y'all for 3 fucking hours.
Full plate. Thanksgiving edition. Full plate.
Yeah, that was
man.
good. So go ahead and eat y'all leftovers. And, well, it was Monday. They probably, I don't know. They still got leftovers. They still got leftovers on Monday?
Oh, yeah.
They did. That's the last leg, boy.
I don't know. That's a close one there, Damo. That's a close one.
Actually,
Monday.
Tomorrow, you got to pack it up out tomorrow. Do not put it in the freezer. Don't.
No, don't freeze it. Don't freeze it. It's crazy. That's crazy. That's back in the day stuff, right?
It's a wrap, man. It's a wrap.
Deep freeze.
Love it.
All right, man. Hey, man, Mississippi, stand up.
Peace.